Yo,
Right, fellas. All right, all right, all right.
no echoes now.
All right, fellas. All right. Yeah, they lucky I was in a good mood. That's why I started the stream over. Because other than that, I'd have been like, deal with it.
Oh boy.
Because
What
what?
up, Reed?
Because
What up?
that takes a lot of patience to have to do something over. Me, I'm a person just like my height. I got little patience. Oh, yes, I got little patience. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. What's up, fellas?
What's good,
Uh,
man?
So the rumor
What?
is on the streets. The rumor on the streets of seafood is that D3 said he'll whoop everybody ass in Hell's Gate. That's what he told me. I'm not spreading no rumors. I'm just telling you what he told me.
I believe him as long as he's strapped. As long as he's strapped,
No,
he'll
not
beat
strapped.
everybody. He
No,
will
not
beat
no.
every.
Hold on now. Not
If he's
strapped now.
strapped, he will
I ain't
beat
gonna let you.
everybody.
I'm not gonna let you do that to my brother D3 now. Come on now.
Well, one hand,
I
with
can't have
one
that
hand,
behavior, man.
he'll beat
No,
everybody
man.
with one hand. With one
He
hand, with the gun in the
he's
other.
not about to come. He's not about to come to New York with his DC crew. You know them DC dudes is dangerous.
hey,
I'm good. I want no
I'm
PC in that. Nope.
gonna tell you like this. The difference between me and them, they coming to box. I'm coming to fight. I ain't
No.
boxing nobody.
He not listen. D3 is not about to walk in there with the Russell brothers. He walks in the gym with the Russell brothers, and then here it is. We gotta no. I don't want no trouble with the Russells. No trouble. I
Yo,
don't want no smoke
yo,
with them
I,
at all.
I'll be real talk. I would be honored if they was in the gym with us. Real
Yeah.
talk. Those
But the
dudes are the
problem
truth,
is,
man.
you gonna be honored when they come in, but damn it, we might have to jump them, and we ain't gonna win, man, because them dudes coming to fight.
No, listen. My thing is too is that we get a lot of pros in our gym, so we're no
Yeah,
stranger to the type of
yeah,
work we get. You know what I mean? As far as because we box and fight, we don't just do
yeah,
everything fundamentally sound. Sometimes you can't box a guy; you got to fight him.
yeah. Shouts to the
I
Russells
need
though.
that.
They my favorite
Yeah,
brothers in boxing, man. I love them. I love them dudes. Just let me tell you something, man. They are what they say they
what up,
are.
BBO?
They are what they
Yeah,
say they
man.
are. I love them dudes, man. For real, man. I see my man Antoine is back, man. I don't know who the
Yep.
hell his opponent
Yo,
is, and I feel sorry for
yo,
him, but
yo,
my man is back though.
free. Um,
Yo,
um, McLean asked a really interesting question yesterday, and I really want to get your take on it. He asked about, do you think that the Alashiki and Dana White League will be relevant to boxing? Like, would it be good for boxing, in
um,
your opinion?
it will in a sense of it gives people the opportunity to watch boxing every single week on free TV because it's on
Right,
Paramount Plus. It's on Paramount Plus, so every fight on there is free as long as you got Paramount Plus. Um, I don't know if it's I the way I look at Zuffa boxing is I look at it as they gonna start off as quote unquote their own league, but I think they just gonna be another promotional company. I think it's just gonna be another promotion company because unless they're able to get some big time fighters over there, the
right,
most part, the people that they have, they're not big name individuals. Like they
right,
got Jao Pa, they got what's my guy name? Uh El Rayo, they got daggone the heavyweight F.A. Ajaba. All of those guys, they're good fighters and they're notable guys to the diehard boxing fans, but they're not household names. The casuals don't know majority of these guys, so it's going to be good for people that have Paramount Plus if they're watching boxing. But if you're a casual and you don't know anything about Zuffa boxing, you're not thinking to go get Paramount Plus. You're just listening
right.
out for the names that you know. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. When it comes to the casuals, The casuals are only listening out for the people that they know. If they don't know the fighters, they're not paying for those fights. That's why they're called casuals. They only
Right.
watch when they hear somebody that they know.
Well, I mean, I think in a way, my reply was, I think it'll be very good for boxing because it'll bring up some of the guys who don't get opportunities to really make themselves a household name that are really good. I mean, there's a lot of good fighters who are not named in terms of what we would recognize in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the top 10 or 20. But I think this will bring another element and bring more different levels of fighters into play because even though they label the guys like the Keyshaws and all of them like the kings of what the next kings, I really don't believe that they're going to be the next kings, honestly. And a lot of them avoid a lot of fighters. Like I think Shakur would do horrible against Murat. I think he would do horrible against Andy Cruz. I think you know what I'm saying. I think Oshiki Foster. I think Shakur would not look top notch against those type of fighters. And if those other guys get signed to that and get the type of exposure, it's going to create the demand for them to compete against one another. That's what I like about what Alashiki's doing. You know what I'm
The,
saying?
the,
It's a possibility.
the only thing that I don't like with Zufra boxing and is the fact that they're creating their own league. They
What up,
want to have
Anthony?
one. They want to have one champion. And from what Dana White said is he's not dealing with none of the promoters in the sport of boxing as we know it. So they signed Jao Obata, and I heard his manager say, "Well, they're going to allow us to defend our title." The key word is allow.
Oh,
So
okay.
if they allow you,
Yeah.
it's going to be on their terms. If it's not somebody that they want you to
Right.
fight, they're going to like, well, we don't recognize their belts anyway. We recognize our belt. They're going to have their own ranking system and they're going to have their own league. They want to have one champion. So they're not really recognizing the other sanctioning bodies as far as the IBF, the WBO, the WBC, and the WBA. They're not recognizing those sanctioning bodies. They're going to have their own belt. So everybody said, oh, well, they're going to let them fight the other champions and they're going to let them fight this. Well, according to Dana White, he said, no, he's not. But like I said, they said they allow him to defend his title against who, though? And until I
Right.
see
Right.
him
Right.
fighting somebody like David Benavidez, and David Benavidez is still part of the actual boxing industry, I mean, it remains to be seen. I hear everybody saying that, but I'm going by what Dana White said. Dana White said, I'm not doing business with the other promotional companies. We have our league. We're
Yeah.
focused on our league. He said
Yeah.
Turkey had 18 months to fill his obligations that he had with the promoters, and then after that, we're focused on our league. So I don't know if he's really going to allow them to do that.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I didn't know, I didn't recognize that he said that, but I think that's subject to change because if you really think about it, Bob Arum is really considered out of the sport. Like, Top Rank is really, really gone. There's not really no one out there to really represent them, and so is Golden Boy. But the only recognizes guy I would say would be Eddie Hearn. And the other lower halves of the guys who are under the radar, who these in the ring of promoters, they're not allowing them guys to step into the A business. They not they're irrelevant to the game too. I mean, because Alashiki has the money, I think it poses a good thing. I just don't want Dana White to change it like he did the UFC to like promote who should fight who because if you think about the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, they all was doing the same thing at one time too. They just collaborated. You know what I'm saying? As far as making it because of the money that they can gross from it, they still
Right.
they kind of doing the same thing to a degree. If they don't want
But
you, you're not actively fighting, they strip you of your belt. I think that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they know more than I would in terms of that. But I
See,
just
and
Yeah.
that,
saying,
that's the
mhm,
thing when they try to reform the Ali Act is because Dana White wants to do his league the same way he does the UFC. He's the manager, he's the promoter, and he's gonna make all the fight. What I do like is the fact if you in the ranking system, they go according to the ranking system. I do like that
right,
portion of the fights, but I don't like the fact that he's the manager and the promoter, so he's gonna he's gonna push who he wants to push, whoever he believes is the next star. He's gonna push that fighter, and everybody else got to work extra hard to get to those positions, because there if you look at the UFC, he has Conor McGregor, he has Khabib, he had
right,
Jones, he had a couple
right,
of other guys. He was pushing those guys, but everybody else they had to work. They had to work for their
right,
name. But those
right,
guys was getting pushed.
right. No, I just don't. I just the reason why I don't think Dana White fits the game because if you really look at the UFC in terms of the women's division, they only got like 3 or 4 women's division. They don't have no extent of women's fighters that
That's what I
are,
was about to say.
you know what I'm saying? And the only thing that really got me into watching UFC as far as the ladies concerned was the rivalry with Misha Tate and Ronda Rousey. I mean, like what's her name? Gina. What's her last name? She became an actress now, Katano or whatever her name was. But other than that, there's no real what depth of that. If he does boxing that way, it's going to die quick. You know what I'm saying? You can't pick who's what because there should be a demand of fights, like it is in the game right now. Because there's too many belts, it causes too many issues of people avoiding people. You know what I'm saying? Like
And that,
McClain
and
was
that's
saying,
all.
McClain was saying yesterday about how people be ducking people, but I say to an extent, I can understand why certain guys duck certain people. You know what I mean? But you know, it's a catch
But
22.
that's the thing. I don't think that Zuffa boxing will have a women's division because Turkey Alakish, he looks at women a different. He has that's
Yeah.
his religion. They look at
Yeah.
women differently than we
Yeah.
do. They don't
You ever
Right.
have the
notice?
same. They don't have the same equal rights as a
Yeah.
man has in their country.
Right.
You ever
That's in
notice? You ever notice Seafood why you don't see no women on the card since he's been doing
uh,
it?
Well, I mean, I know that from culture wise. Like I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that women would
Like
never
he don't
be.
listen. He don't mind them being a guest at the fight, but you ain't never see them in the ring.
Right,
It's
right,
crazy.
right,
Crazy.
right.
So
Crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think that there will be a women's division in Zuffa boxing based off of that. Now maybe Dana White can talk him into it, but right now they ain't got no women. They will
yeah, yeah.
they only focus on men. They ain't got a single woman division over there.
If they were
Yeah.
smart, they would have a women's division
Well.
and network with MVP because MVP got like
Well.
signed everybody.
Well. Yeah. Yeah. I guess they figured because MVP got it, what the hell we need it for? But whatever they decide to do, I'm not watching them, so I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It don't even matter to me. Um, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I watch it because there's usually nothing else on Friday night. So I will watch it, and like this coming Sunday, they got Jalil fighting. So
Well,
I'm
I
a
mean
watch it.
that's different. I'll watch it because of him, but other than that, I don't give it like my thing is this. You got some of these women that fight better. You got some of these women that fight better than these dudes. So if y'all ain't gonna bring no women around, then screw y'all promotion. I ain't watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Yeah,
very heavy on women's boxing. And if that's not what y'all gonna do, if we gotta just watch fellas all day, I mean that's cool to a certain extent. But you gotta add some of these ladies to the card. But it's hard to tell somebody who's against that that they got to do that. So if Jalil's on, yeah, I'll watch it just because of him. But other than that,
I mean,
I'm
like
good.
I said, it remains to be seen because they just now starting out. So we got to
Yeah,
see
yeah, they just starting
what
out. That's why
what's their
everybody. And
what's
the
their
question is,
vision.
y'all can't ask people how they. Not saying y'all up here, but we have to stop asking people how we feel about it, and we haven't even seen what they did. Like y'all be wanting us to give y'all an answer. How do you feel about it? We can't tell you shit until we see what
Well,
go on. They just started.
I could tell you this past card that they just did, the first card they did, um, they had Kalen Wash as the main event,
Oh
and
yeah.
see that shouldn't have been the main event. That fight was
Free.
boring as hell. No,
Damn,
I'm
free.
serious. All of the other fights on that card was actually better than the main event, and that's no lie. All of the other fights was better than the main event. The main event
Um,
was boring as
I
hell.
saw his face in the interview. Did he get pieced up? Free? I didn't watch that fight. Did he get pieced
Yes,
up?
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
AD
they
lost.
had it. They had it.
Peace
Oh,
and blessings to you.
I think one of the judges had it a wide margin for Kalen Walsh, and I'm like, no, that fight wasn't that decisive. It was a much closer fight than that. I think Kalen Walsh won the fight, but I thought it was a lot closer than what one of the judges had it. But it was, like I said, they had I forgot. I think his name was Troy Nash. Troy Nash was the opening on I think the prelims.
Yeah.
He was a better fight than the main event. And then they had a guy by the name of Robert Merriweather the third. He was a better fight than the main event. I'm like, they should have had one of these guys as the main event because the main event was garbage.
Yeah.
Um.
And remember, we getting a lot of people who don't really know boxing like we know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like just like the judges, sometimes it's just fucking horrible. But
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of these
We
guys
talk.
just
We
talk
talk.
ridiculous.
We talked about that yesterday. How we was
Yeah.
like, yo, bro. You
And
know
see,
what I mean?
and this is another
Maybe I.
thing too. You got to remember, everybody was giving Turkey a lot of praise because he was putting fights together that quote unquote the people wanted to see. Now you got a bunch of guys that don't nobody know. How good is your matchmaking going to be now? Because now you got a lot of guys that don't nobody know. How good is the matchmaking going to be?
They need to hire me, bro. I'll definitely make it interesting.
What I
They
what I
hire.
do know, what I do like about Zuffa boxing, what I do like I said, if they're going to do the ranking system and allow these fighters to work their way to the champion like they do in UFC, that will be good. And the other thing that I like about Zuffa boxing is they went back to the original landscape of boxing. There's only 8 divisions.
Okay, man.
It's only eight
Oh, okay.
divisions. It's not
Right.
16 divisions. It's the original 8 divisions. It's
But I
heavyweight,
mean, is he
light
doing?
heavyweight.
Is he doing that?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's
Oh,
heavyweight
okay.
because Kalen Walsh is a 154 pound, but his fight on Saturday was at 160 because they don't have a 154 pound division.
Mm.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, doesn't that kind of contradict the sanctioning bodies? So they trying to be
And
everything?
that's why I'm trying to tell you. They not
Oh,
recognizing the sanctioning bodies. They're not recognizing the sanctioning bodies. They
oh
started their
wow.
own league. It's only going to be one champion for each division. They're not recognizing. That's why I said I don't know how willing are they going to allow their champion to go fight somebody in the actual sport of
Right,
boxing
right,
because
right. So yeah. That
they
that
don't.
causes a conflict of interest now
Because
when you say
let's
it
say
like
let's
that.
say let's say I give you a perfect example. You got Kalen Walsh. Let's say Kalen Walsh becomes the champion. He's going to be a
Right,
champion at 160, but he
right.
usually fights at 154. So when he comes back, that means he will have to fight somebody like a Carlos Adonis or Laura because he's going to be in the
Oh, got
160
you.
division. He's not going to be in the 154 division.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. That really makes sense. Damn, man. That
So
you know what?
I don't know how it's going to work because
Yeah. I'm
like right now, right they have the original 8 divisions.
right.
Ja Obertai is a cruiserweight champion. They don't have cruiserweight in Zuffa boxing. They got
Mm.
light heavyweight and they got heavyweight. There is no cruiserweight.
Oh wow.
So what is
Oh.
he going to be? Is he going to be a light heavyweight champion or is he going to be a cruiserweight? I mean, a heavyweight champion.
Oh.
Yeah,
Man.
that's a significant difference in terms of weight class too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
that's
get what you're
crazy.
saying. It does make it a little
Damn.
different.
Damn.
I mean,
Damn.
if it
Damn.
works, it works. I mean, I can't knock it. If it works, it works. Because they got the money, they have the capital to do that.
And so if he's a light heavyweight champion, what happens to the IBF belt in cruiserweight? Because he's not fighting at cruiserweight.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
if it's a different league, they could either strip him or keep him in it, depending on how his activity level. Because that's what it really bases down to.
But
You know what I'm saying?
his activity is going to be in Zuffa boxing. It's not going to be in the actual sport of boxing. It's not going to be in the league that we know, that we grew up watching. It's going to be in Zuffa boxing. So he's going to be fighting a lot of guys in Zuffa boxing, and then he can come over and fight the champion or whatever have you. But like I said, being though that
Yeah, but no.
they don't have cruiserweight over there. What happens with the IBF belt?
No, but you know what I was thinking too. Now that you say that, I'm thinking about Dana White. You know, Dana White is an arrogant prick, so he'll probably contract them to the point where they can't even go outside the perimeter. You feel me? Like he would probably want total control of everybody,
Well,
like he did in the UFC.
What they said was when they sign over to Zuffa Boxing can sign the fighters up to 6 years. Now, of course, if you got a good lawyer or whatever, and they read over the contract, they can say, hey, they saying that you got to do this. They gonna have the rights of this. Do you want to sign? So it's gonna come down to what your contract is. But majority of those fighters are going to get the contract, like you saying. He's going to have total control of what they do. Because if you watch this past Saturday event, everybody that came into the fight that was part of Zuffa boxing, which was 99% of the fighters, I think maybe 1% wasn't part of Zuffa boxing, but I think 99% of them was part of Zuffa boxing. They wore Zuffa boxing gloves. They wore Zuffa boxing trunks.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a boxing UFC.
Yeah, they didn't have their own trunks and their own gloves that they picked out. It was Zuffa boxing gloves and Zuffa boxing trunks.
Well, that ain't gonna last too long. That's not gonna last long. If it's gonna be done like that.
We just watching UFC all over again, just in the boxing version. Man, hell no.
Yeah. But the only thing
I'll watch it this week because of Jalil, but other than that, nah.
The only thing I like about it is that they're guaranteeing that the guys are going to make money. That the activity of everybody's going to compete, everybody's going to make money. Because if you're not skilled in the fight, you're not making anything. You know what I'm saying? So at least they will have type of guarantee.
Yeah. So what the pay structure according to what they announced, the pay structure is according to your rank, you're gonna make a certain amount of money. You'll have a guarantee.
Yeah, that's what they do to UFC.
So you'll be ranked. You'll be ranked, and you'll make a certain amount of money. But if you're not fighting, this is what was funny. If you're not fighting, let's say you don't fight for 8-9 months, they're gonna give you $200 a month.
Oh shh.
Oh hell no, bro! I wouldn't sign with those mofos.
Hey, I get more than that on my EBT card. Shit.
Yeah.
Jeez, right. I'm not
Yo, I
lying. No
rescind what
cap.
I said
That's
about it.
crazy. That's
So
crazy.
I'm like
Yeah, that's crazy.
200
Hey,
$200 a month. That's
you gonna get a
I make more than $200 a day.
hey. I don't know about you, Seafood, but I'm waiting at
Fact,
the promoter. That's
I make
crazy.
that 2 an hour from the wrist clients that I got. At least that. A
Seafood, I'm
hundred
waiting by
for
the
the ones that
promoter.
I
I'm
don't.
waiting. Listen, I'm waiting by the promoter's car. I'm waiting by the promoter's car. Where my
Hey,
money at,
hey,
man? You got to be fucking kidding
hey,
me.
hey, hey,
Yeah,
seafood, hey,
that's slave
seafood,
wages.
hey,
Yeah,
seafood. The Spice Girls are going in on you right now about your coat.
that's okay. They can say whatever they want to say. You know why? Because it's too cold to be cute right now. It's too cold to be cute.
Hey, they said you look like you ran in the woods and came out with a.
Honestly, that's a compliment.
Oh shit! Oh
I know,
shit!
I know, I
They
Oh
gonna
know.
say,
shit!
they gonna say, I ain't say
Yo,
shit free.
look, they always trying to. Oh man, they
Yeah,
said I ain't
listen,
got nothing to
listen.
do with it.
Truthfully speaking, it wasn't Vay. It was more so Ellis. Ellis was the one that been saying everything. Vay just been laughing. But
Yeah.
of course, she was talking. So,
I think Ellie I think Ellie, she always jumping on me right now. You know what I'm saying? Keep it coming, baby. Keep the comments
Hey,
coming.
it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be worse in person.
I'm about to go on my man's script.
Love it.
It's okay. I snap good too, believe me. Mess with me if you want to.
Listen,
You might get your feelings hurt.
you think that code is something, ladies? Y'all ain't seen nothing. I've seen every type of code it is that he had, man. Just about. That ain't nothing right there. That's light. That's light. That's light.
I keep telling you I'm a hoopla. They don't want to understand what I'm
Your
saying.
man got do rags where you can press the button and the shit vibrate. My man different.
she gonna say, D free a whole snitch. Nigga, it's in the chat.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. What's up, my brother?
She gonna say,
I
D free
couldn't
a
see
whole
this.
snitch. It's in the chat. All they gotta do is
Beautiful.
scroll
What's
down
up?
the chat.
It's
Yo,
all
y'all,
love. It's
yo, I'm
all
not
love,
dealing with
bro.
y'all early this morning with this shenanigans, man. Jesus Christ. Let my man Seafood live.
No, no, but I think Zuffa boxing will be good for a lot of the fighters that don't have a name because they will get exposure.
Um,
It's going to be similar to like um, Friday night fights and
you
Tuesday night fights when they had fights for free on
you know what I
Fox
wish for you?
and
You know what I wish for you? And maybe you and Seafood could back me up on this. And I don't like to dwell on it. And I know there's other fighters like him, but there's only one of him. And
DM.
I think about him as we're talking about this. I just
What?
wish they would have
Oh,
had something like
shit
this.
the shit
I
out of
wish
me,
they would have
bro.
had something like this
Rib, you killed me, bro.
When Diesel was
Yo, because
fighting.
he came from my peripheral vision.
When Diesel was fighting, I wish they would have had something like this.
yeah, I mean it like I said, it's going to be good for a lot of the fighters that don't have a name. I think I think a guy like Diesel, I think he was managed improperly because there's not a reason why Diesel shouldn't have had a major promoter behind him because
Facts.
he was the one
Factual statement on that
that
one.
yeah he was the one that was able to show a lot of kink in the armor of some of these fighters that we thought was unbeatable. He was
Yep,
able to show
that is true.
kink in the armor. So I think he might have been managed improperly. Not saying that his manager was a bad manager or anything like that. I just think if his manager was really trying to get him a contract with a major promoter, I think he could have got him a contract. I just think it might have been some things that they let slide that they should have. I know they if they can go back, they would have did things a little bit different.
Yeah, man, it's just sad to see how that played out. But I wish they would have had something like this, when he was trying to, do what he do.
Matter of fact, Diesel just post something on Instagram just now. Speaking of Diesel, he just posted something on
Oh yeah, he
Instagram.
did.
Yeah, I just saw it come up on my phone.
Shout out to my man Diesel. Shout out to my good brother
But yeah,
Diesel.
I think it's gonna be good for a lot of low level opponents. I mean, low level fighters, like guys that don't have a big name. Guys like El Rayo, that's a decent fighter, but he doesn't have a big name, so he doesn't get pushed like the other guys do that does have big names. Because I think a guy like El Rayo is a decent fighter. He might not be the best fighter, but he's a decent fighter.
He's decent.
You got guys like what's my guy name out of Cleveland? Albert Bell. You got guys
Oh
like
man,
Albert Bell.
I ain't see Albert in a minute. I ain't see Albert Bell in a minute.
He doesn't get pushed. I think Zuffa boxing will be good for him because he doesn't get pushed. And there's a lot of other guys that's in the same similar boat like Albert Bell, that's good fighters that don't get pushed because they're not signed to a major promoter, or they doesn't feel that fighter is marketable. So I think Zuffa boxing will be good for guys like that. But when it comes to the top level guys like David Benavidez and Devin Haney and those guys, I don't think Zuffa boxing will be good for them because they are already established. They already have a market and things like that. So I don't think it would be good for them. It's more so good for the guys that's coming up that people don't know about them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what's my temperature? What you mean out here in New York? I can't tell you that. I didn't even check. All I can tell you is that it's cold.
It's gonna be 8 degrees today.
It's colder than the motherfucker. That's all I can tell you. I'm only sitting in here with this hat on, not because I'm cold. It's because I had to take Tiff out to work. So I have to make sure she gets there.
I can tell you right now, if right now in my neck of the woods, it's 16 degrees. So in New York, it got to be somewhere around 14 or 13 degrees because they're like 3 hours ahead of me. I mean, 3 hours above me. So it's about 13, 14 degrees up there. If it's 16 degrees here.
Yeah, it's something serious up here, boy. You know, I was just telling one of the crossing guards, I was like, man, if I can be somewhere where it was warm, I would move there, but I can't do it because I love New York too much.
Right now, it ain't nowhere warm unless you're in Southern California or Nevada, because that joint that took over 40 of the states.
Man, let me tell you something. That's a place that I'm shooting for one day. Nevada is one place just because of the boxing scene. That's the only reason why I want to go there. Other than that, I wouldn't even care about going there. You know what I'm saying?
Just about everybody a part of the United States is feeling this cold front.
Yeah,
that storm affected 40 of the 50 states.
Yeah, people get a taste of what we go through. They get a taste of what we go through. It's real, man.
Y'all want to see what I'm looking at? That's the snow that I'm looking at.
Well, man, I ain't gonna even show you the dirty ass snow that we got here. That's why
I
hate
guys,
right outside my car window.
I want to bounce because I'm about to train Dr. Mike.
Hey, Dr. Mike, take it easy on seafood, Dr. Mike. Don't hurt him. Yeah, we about to get busy right now. It's a lot of snow up here though. So where we at? Hey, Dr. Mike, listen.
You see the snow where I'm at?
Dr.
Yeah,
Mike,
I see nothing.
People, don't knock him out and bury him in the snow. Just let me know and I come and get him. But don't knock him out and bury him in the snow. Please, Doctor. He's very important to the boxing community. Don't hurt him, please.
Yeah, Mike.
Hey, Bay said it's 49 degrees where she at, and she in Cali.
Shit, I could take the 49. 49.
Yeah,
I can take
49. Yeah, 49 right now. I definitely take it.
I'll take 49 right now. I damn near have a barbecue with 49. Shit. I damn near barbecue with that shit. Yo, you know what's so funny about us up north people? Because when it's in the 50s out of town, they'll sit there and say it's cold. But up north in the 50s, that's damn near shit. That's damn near a cookout for us. You tell us it's 55, we outside
I can
like
tell you right
we ain't
now,
got no home training.
if it's in the 50s out here, I'm guaranteed to see at least 20 people walk around in some shorts.
Man,
I'm guaranteed at least 20 people.
Man, let me tell you something. Let it be 55 or 60 here. Out of town, they talking about it's cold outside. It's 56. Shit. That's damn near a cookout. People I know that got balconies and all that, where they allowed to cook out, shit, they'd be right on their damn balcony. Tell them that it's gonna be 56 and see what happens. Like Free said,
56.
they out here with no jackets on, they got shorts on. Girls is walking around with open-toe shoes. Talking about girls are only gonna be 56 tonight. I'm going out tonight.
56 degrees out here. I know niggas gonna be at the basketball court playing basketball.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Everybody, listen. Shit, it's a pleasant 58 here this morning. It is, Champ Ross. I need to be where you at. It's 58 where you at? Shit, hey, Free. How fast can you get to where Champ Ross is at? Where you at, Champ Ross? I go out there right now. It's damn near 60 where you at. You kidding me? Shit.
56 degrees, 58 degrees. That's nice weather.
You ever notice, Free? The weather in April and May is funny. But did you ever notice when it hits about 55, 60 in April, the whole damn city come out?
Yeah.
The whole damn city come out.
Yeah. No, you're gonna see if it hit 58 degrees out here, niggas gonna be outside on motorcycles, dirt bikes, scooters.
Man, I know it's gonna happen in April because April is a funny month. April is a month where it can rain. April's a month where it can still snow. And April's a month where you can have a day in April where it could be 75, believe it or not. Now you like, oh, you treating this shit like it's summer. They give you one hot day, everybody outside. We barbecuing, they outside with wife beaters. I'm like, yeah, it's 75, but do you know the temperatures is gonna go down, you idiot? We're in April. You do know that, right?
Yeah, he said he in Cali. Champ Ross said he in Cali.
Oh shit! I need to get to Cali. Shit, I need Cali. What am I doing?
It's always warm. It's always warm in Cali. I think the only part of Cali I've ever seen dudes walk around with coats on is like up there in Oakland and up there and close to like Washington State. Those are the only dudes I've seen walk around with coats on. But if you in Sacramento, San Francisco, Los Angeles, somewhere down south, you know, I've never seen a dude walk around with a coat on in Cali.
Yeah, that's very rare. They barbecuing on the sidewalk here at 45 degrees. Yo, beautiful. I'm trying to tell you, man, certain parts is different. And these fools up here can't wait.
If I had a deck, I'd barbecue on my daggone deck right now. It don't matter if it's snowing or not. I ain't gotta stand out there.
That's what me and Tiff is working on. I said, yo, pay all this rent to be in this fucking place we in, and it's not even worth it. It's really not worth it. We trying to get something where we can go cook out. Because like you said, no matter how cold it is, give me some alcohol, and I'll be out there on that grill. I'll be fine.
They say they wear hoodies. Them niggas be wearing hoodies. It be 60 degrees. They talking about it's cold out here. Nigga, it's 60 degrees.
Oh shit. They do drive-bys out there.
That ain't cold.
They do drive-bys out there in hoodies. That should be 80 degrees. They got the damn hoodie on. Talking about we about to jack this fool.
That shit ain't cold. That's 60 degrees. 60 degrees is warm.
60 degrees. You know what it is? If you live in a place where it stays in the 80s and 90s, and you're not used to that, they're not gonna understand that. It's understandable.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how it was
understandable.
when I went to Texas. I went to the fight with Queen and them and G5. It was like 65 degrees. It got cold that night, but during the day they were like, man, it's cold out here. I'm like, it's 65 degrees. I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt. I'm like, it's not cold. It got cold later on that night, but it wasn't cold during the day.
Yeah,
I think it dropped down to like
I told you
maybe
when I
50
first
degrees
moved
later
to
on that night.
52 in Denver today, snowing. Oh man, Denver, forget it. Denver, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Jesus.
Yeah, Denver, Illinois,
Yeah,
Wisconsin,
yeah,
what's the other joint? Denver, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, uh, Ohio. I'm not moving to
yeah.
none of those states. None
Let
of
me tell you
those.
something. Let me tell you something. Mm-mm,
Maine,
mm-mm.
Massachusetts. I'm not
I
moving
will
to
keep
none of them.
my ass.
It gets
I'll
too
keep my
cold.
ass right here. If I move somewhere, I think about the weather, right? And then I think about what comes with it. A lot of people who are moving to different places are not thinking about that. What two things they're thinking about? They're thinking about the cost of living and you thinking about the job. That's cool, but your ass better start thinking about what comes with it. That weather be crazy. Like people be so quick to move to Florida, and I love Florida, probably one of my favorite states to go to, right? But the problem is with Florida is that some of y'all that don't understand Florida, this is where y'all get it twisted. Y'all thinking about how nice it is, but y'all don't realize that when hurricane season come around, y'all asses ain't ready for it. Y'all ain't ready for it. Y'all ain't prepared. Y'all don't know how to deal with it. Man, y'all got to start thinking about that. Mess around, you
No,
wake up and you got a damn alligator sitting on your back porch, and now you trying to figure out, I don't live nowhere near the damn beach. How the hell did an alligator get on my
I'm gonna
back
tell you.
porch?
I'm gonna tell you the actually, if you want to be honest, the best place to live, to be honest with you, is Nevada.
Yeah, the only problem with Nevada is, well, I guess it depends on where you're going. Um, I know the cost of living for that shit gonna go up because everybody going to Vegas, California people, New York people, down south. But it depends on what you're going there for, because Vegas is not a place for you just to go there. It's just like New York and anywhere. If you don't serve a purpose there, Vegas will eat your ass up. You'll be homeless out there if you ain't careful. So if
Yeah,
you
I
ain't
mean,
going out there for a good purpose, I suggest you stay the hell out of Vegas because you will be homeless. You'll be super
yeah,
homeless out there.
yeah. No, I mean, if I'm not working at a casino or a hotel, well, me personally, I don't have to work at none of them. But if I didn't have the job that I have and I wasn't working at a casino or a hotel, I wouldn't be living in Vegas. I would have to.
I think your security company fits good in Vegas. I don't know. That's just
Huh?
me. I feel like your
Huh?
security company fit good in Vegas.
No, my security company do well in Vegas. That's why Vegas is one of the spots that we looking to open up this year.
Honestly, if you ask me, I think y'all make a killing in
We
Vegas.
got we got we got 5 states that we're looking to open up at this year in
Let's give some
Cali,
what's up.
New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania are the 5 states that we're looking to open. I mean, we might hit some other states, but those are the ones that we're looking to
Yeah,
open up
but I think
this year.
strongly Vegas, not just because I'm a big fan of Vegas. I think y'all go down there, y'all make a killing. That's just me. That's my opinion. I think y'all make a killing going down to Vegas. There's gonna be a lot of people down there that's gonna need y'all services.
I
For
mean,
real.
I mean, it just we gotta find the right contracts. We gotta find the right contract.
Yeah.
I mean, because what we do is we'll go to a state and get our license there, and then
Yeah.
we'll look for contracts in that state.
I think y'all will
Because
do well there.
we,
I think y'all do
we'll take
well. Yeah.
we don't just work in one particular city. We work the entire state. So
Yeah.
even though we might be somewhere else, and we might be up in daggone West Bubblefuck, California, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we're gonna be
Yeah,
working the
yeah, yeah.
entire state of California.
I
That's
told you,
just where
man,
our
if I had
headquarters
to
is
open
at
up
in
if
Cali.
I had to like if for me to live in Vegas, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I don't have a gym of my own, I would have to really serve a purpose for being in Vegas. I'm not leaving New York to move to Vegas to get whatever job I could have got here to go down there and get it. Like I really would have to.
I'll be honest with you. The only way I move to Vegas is one, if I'm still working this job and they should say, hey, look, we want you to watch over that state. You're still going to be in your position. We just want you to watch over that state until we get a director to run that state. I will move there for that. The other reason is if I was an executive chef and I had a restaurant there that was already established and they wanted me to be the executive chef for that restaurant.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, free. I didn't think of that. Yeah, yeah. But when it comes to moving, we all need to take the time to think about that because the only thing we think about is I'm tired of living here. I'm tired of living here. I'm tired of living there. Sometimes if you don't have a plan, a real plan, and you don't think about what comes with the place that you're moving to, the weather and all that, then don't do it, man. Sometimes just keep your ass where you at because I think different now. I'm at a point now, if I don't own something, because like I said, I'm not willing to leave here to go somewhere else just to get a regular 9 to 5. I'm just not doing it. I have to own something. And being that I love boxing, if I don't have my own studio where I do my interviews at, or if I don't have my own gym, I'm keeping my ass here. Like, I don't want to leave here. I do porter work. I'm not leaving New York to go to Vegas to do porter work. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. But for people like me and you and everybody else that has a dream or whatever, we just think big, and there's nothing wrong with thinking big. You just got to follow up with that. So that's just my take on it. But shouts to Vegas though. I'm gonna get down there too, man. I'm gonna get down there. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's all in God's timing. I'm gonna get my black ass to Vegas because that's on my that's definitely on my to-do list. But all right, Free, we here this week. I noticed that we always talk about Shakur and we talk about T.O., we talk about Jermaine, and we talk about, Keyshawn, but there's a couple of other names on that card that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
The card doesn't seem to be a bad card. Now, I don't know if the Garden is sell out. I don't know if it's sold out yet. I doubt it because my homie just went and got a ticket. So which lets me know, okay, they still got something left, I guess.
A couple and the word, they got thousands of seats left.
Yeah, I need to get y'all asses to the West Coast. Yeah, you can, babe. You give me the West Coast to visit. You'll never get me to live there. I'm coming to the West. I want to come for the 2028 Olympics, which now is in 2 years. Because of the boxing, I want to come. So you might see me there in 2 years, but not to live though. Now, if I'm in Vegas, from Vegas to LA is not far. So if I happen to be in Vegas and I go, I want to go check Bay, then I could do it that way. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't live there. I'm keeping my ass on the East Coast. Not happening. Nope.
Yeah, it's thousands of seats left. That fight is not selling the way they expected to. They dropped the prices on the tickets, but it's still not selling like
they had to because it was only it was to a point where it was starting to get questionable. But it wasn't questionable to me because I already knew this shit happens a lot now. It's always that one fight that everybody's gonna break their neck to go get it, and before you know it, tickets are sold out. And then it's those other fights where you go, oh shit, it's gonna be a while before this shit sell out. Everybody nowadays is waiting to get tickets the week of the fight.
I think whoever is doing their marketing, I don't think they do it too well. I don't think they do it well because you don't come out with expensive tickets. You come out with the tickets at a reasonable price. Once you start seeing those tickets flying off the shelf, that's when you raise the ticket price. You raise it because now you got a limited amount of tickets left. And they were like, oh man, we got our tickets later. Oh shit, I want to go to the fight too. Well, the ticket price raised. Fuck, I gotta pay the higher price. I should have got it earlier. But if you have the ticket price at a high rate from the very beginning, nobody's buying the tickets. Now you dropping the prices.
So let me ask you,
I'm not buying them damn tickets.
You know about contracts. you know about a lot of things, right? If you run in a show or you were responsible for the ticket prices, what would be your most reasonable ticket price for a seating? Let's just say the nosebleeds. What would you start off with?
For a note for okay, let's like for T.O. and Shakur, I would say the nosebleed seats, I would say like $75.
$75
That's
ain't bad.
that's what I would start it off with.
You
$75.
said
When I see
$128, Washington?
nah, I would start it off
Oh,
at $75. Because
I think it
majority
was
of the
higher than
people are gonna try to buy the seats down low. Once those seats start filling up, then they move up to the nosebleed. They want the seats down low. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah,
sell the
yeah.
nosebleeds at $75 because let's say you got let's just use a estimate number. Let's say
Okay,
2,000 nosebleed seats. If you
okay.
sell them at 75,000, I mean $75,
Yeah.
you're making about $160,000 off
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. It is 128 for the top. But before they made it
Yeah,
128, that had dropped because it was higher than 128. That's why a lot of people was like, man, I'm not going to that shit.
yeah, but if you got 2,000 nosebleed seats, if you sell them for $75 and you sell that out, you done made like $160,000 off those nosebleed seats.
I ain't gonna lie. For 75, you gonna have people that don't know shit about boxing. They'll buy that ticket just because everybody's talking about it and the ticket price is reasonable. 75 for a
That,
nosebleed?
that's what
Yeah, I'm in there.
that's what I'm just
I'm in
saying.
there.
I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. So
I'm in
if
there.
you make the nosebleeds $75, you'll have more of a chance of selling those seats out because they're only $75.
70.
When it gets down to the lower level, your prices start going up.
So
But
that's like 150 and
for
some change if you buy 2 tickets.
yeah, that's
So
150 plus tax. So
plus
that's what I'm saying.
tax.
If you
Yeah.
sell 2,000 seats at $75, you're making well over $160,000
Somebody can
just
go in there
off
and
the
buy 4
nosebleed.
tickets. Somebody can go buy 4 tickets for 75 and still they'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just off of the nosebleed, you made $160,000. Now you're talking about the middle level, and then the lower level, and then ringside.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at, okay, are these fighters known like that? Are they big selling fighters? If they're not,
Um,
we can't make their ticket prices ridiculous, even though they asking for a certain amount of money, or we got this fight for a certain amount of money. We got to try to sell out as many tickets as we can to recoup some of that money back.
well, I'll tell you what. Now that you put it that way, and I hate when fighters have to do this because it's kind of like a slap in the face, and it's different if they doing it voluntarily. But it's crazy when you have to do it when it's like, damn, this is not gonna go the way we think it's gonna go. Is when the fighters got to give out tickets.
And see, that's why I say when people say,
I mean,
"Oh, the fighters are worth more than that," not based off their numbers. You got to go based off what their numbers are.
I
If
mean,
if this guy was a main event and he only grossed $1 million, his
yeah.
market value is $1 million. That's his market value. That's the most that he's grossed. So you can't say, "Oh, well, the fighter should be getting $3 million for a fight." Why? He's only the most he ever grossed was a
Well,
million.
that's because they going off favoritism and who they like. That's what they really going because if you knew the business and how it works, you can't say what he should be getting. You just can't.
So I and I understand. Like I said, people
Thomas,
say,
what's
"Oh, well,
up?
these fighters putting their life on the line and all that." Yeah, they are, but they knew what they signed up for when they took the sport as a
Why do
career.
why do why do why do why do people always bring that to your attention as if we all not watching the same thing? We know they put their life on the line. We know that. We see that.
I,
But
I,
just
I
because
put it
you
this
put your
way.
life on the line, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to get all the money in the world. It don't work
I
like
put
that.
it this way. Who put their life on the line more, boxers or police officers?
Police officers.
Okay, the average salary for a police officer is about $50,000.
Yes, sir.
Boxers are asking to get paid 7 times what a police officer is getting paid, but the police officer put his line on the life. Put his life on the line way
I
more
mean,
than a boxer do.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Being a fireman is fucking dangerous. Because every day they gotta run up
So,
in a burning building, not knowing they
like
gonna
I
make it
said,
out.
a police officer
Shit.
understand what the career was when he signed up.
Yeah,
So he can't say, "Oh, I'm putting my life on the line. I deserve 150,000." Well, you
yeah,
knew that when you signed up, the
you knew that.
starting salary was $50,000.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just
yeah.
because you putting your life on the line doesn't
But,
mean that
but,
you deserve more money. It's
but
what you produce makes you deserve more money.
this goes back to what I always been saying. I don't care if you have a regular 9 to 5 job. It doesn't matter. A career or a job, whatever you want to call it is, you have to earn that. Nothing is given to you because you show up to work in time or you feel like you the work is harder, you the hardest worker or whatever the case may be. You got to earn that shit. You got to put yourself in that position to get that. There's no
Now when
such
you when
thing
you
as that you deserve to get it. If you don't earn it, if you don't work for it, why should you get it? Y'all talk about
like
fighters putting their lives on the line. You got police putting their lives on the line. You got firemen putting their lives on the line. You know what I'm saying? You put your life on the
yeah,
line
so
just getting up, going to work every day because you don't know what the fuck is going to happen on your way there. Anything can
yeah,
happen. You know what I'm saying? So what are
I
we
just
talking about?
I look at it a little bit different than what other people look at it. And I'm not saying that they're wrong in how they look at it. It's just I
No.
look at it different. So I look at how much money do you generate? Whatever money you generate, that is what your worth is. That's what
But
your worth.
do they understand these venues are gonna make their money too free? Do they? I'm not asking you. Do you understand? I know you understand. You understand more than any of us. Do they understand these venues got to make their money?
No, they only look at the fact that they're the fighter. They gotta make their money. But you wouldn't be fighting if this promotional company wasn't able to put the fight on. And the only way they could put the fight on is by getting a return in their investment to be able to pay for the
Do do
venue,
do
to be able
do,
to
do,
pay for the opponent, be able to
do,
pay
do.
for other fighters on the card.
Now let's just bring up. I can't speak. Well, I can say that for any venue in the world, big or small. Pause, because that sounds crazy. Um, it costs to turn those lights on. Do they realize it costs to turn those lights on in Madison Square Garden? That shit costs. Shit
I think I
costs.
think Madison Square Garden, in order to rent out Madison Square Garden, I think it's somewhere around one. I think what is it, like 1 million or 500,000?
When they do the amateur shows there, like when we have the championships, that's about right. That's why they do it on a Thursday because it's a cheaper day. Because if they did it on a Friday or Saturday, it costs more to turn those lights on. That's why when they do the championships, they do it on a Thursday. That's the cheapest day. It's
So
crazy, but
let's
it
say
is.
let's go with the low end. Let's say it's 500,000 to rent out Madison Square Garden. Let's just say
Yes.
500,000.
Yeah.
That's 500,000 already coming out of whatever the budget was for the fight. So
Yeah.
you got to automatically minus 500,000. Let's say you got a budget of $10 million. Five
Okay.
hundred thousand is already gone. So now you're at 9,500. Yeah, 9,500. I mean 95. You at 9.5 million. I said 9,500. You're at 9.5 million. You got one fighter saying he want 4 million. Now you're at 5.5 million. You got another fighter saying he wants 3 million. You at 2.5 million. You still got to pay the undercard. You got to pay all those fighters on the undercard. Whatever
Yeah.
you paying those fighters, and then you got to pay the people that work the concession stands. because you renting the building doesn't pay the concession stand. That's just for you to have the building. You still got to pay the people that work the concession stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now they got to get their money back. They got to get their money back. So they need to sell a certain amount of tickets, and if they're going to put it on pay-per-view, they're going to need to be able to do a certain amount of pay-per-view numbers. Hold on one second. Let's see what
Good morning, y'all. Welcome. Fight week. We just up here talking this boxing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Major week this week. So we just,
they're gonna need, if they putting on pay-per-view, they're gonna need to do a certain amount of pay-per-view numbers, which they probably not putting. They're not putting on pay-per-view because these fighters are getting $4 million and $3 million, so they're not doing pay-per-view.
I think the problem is this, right? The problem is this. There's boxing fans and then there's boxing fans. And then there's ones who understand what they're watching. And then there's those that don't understand the business and how you just explained it, that not only the venue got to get paid, but the employees that work in the venue got to get paid. The guys who are holding the cameras got to get paid. The guys who's putting the ring together got to get paid. The guys who's turning on the lights, putting up the sign, match room, fucking ring. It doesn't matter. Everybody got to get paid. The security guard that collect the tickets. Everybody got to get paid.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, and see that's where it comes to the business. People don't know the business because they never ran a business, or they never ran an event to have to pay all of these individual people. They only looking at the fighters in the ring. Well,
like, do y'all know how many employees are just? But do you know how many employees are just in one venue? And we're not just talking about security. We're talking about the people who work at the concession stands. You know how many employees are in one damn venue?
You talking about somewhere around close to 300 people.
What's a good soul food place to eat in New York? You know what? God damn it. I tell you what, Washington, come back and ask me that. And I'll be able to tell you, because it's plenty of them. I just can't give you any. I know Harlem has it. If you come uptown, there's about 2 or 3 places I can introduce you to. You know what? Let me look it up, because I think one of the places might have moved. They didn't close down, but I think they might have moved. I'm gonna look it up and see where they at, Washington, and I'll get back to you on it.
But see, that's where it comes, where the fans don't understand. They just looking at, this a big fight, so we got to put it on. It's a big fight if the fans come out and support the fight. I hear people say this all the time. It's a big fight. No, we believe it's a big fight. It's not a big fight until the fans come out and support the fight.
What? It's a big fight because they look at you know what it is? They look at the social media following. This is what these dudes do. They look at the social media following and say, because of that, it's a big fight. No, brother, it's deeper than that.
Let's say, okay, let's just use YouTube for example. You got as many followers as you got. I got as many followers I got. Drew Titan, TD Sport, BFTB, BVO. We got the amount of supporters that we have.
Yeah.
Let's say from each one of our platforms, we get maybe 60 people that actually support the fight. That's not enough to pay what these promotional companies need to pay for these fights. That's not enough.
No. Not even close.
Because people, what some people fail to realize is, people say they're going to support it, but everybody don't support it.
No, it sounds good.
A lot of people stream it. A lot of people go to other people's houses to watch it.
Man, people watch. Sometimes people wait for people to go live on Instagram to show the shit and look at it. I mean, by all means, do what you got to do to see it, but don't act like you're that much of a fan because I went through somebody's Instagram and watched it. The fuck out of here.
I'm probably one of the few people that would tell you, no, I'm not paying for it. I'm not watching.
Oh shit, I'm right on the side of you. I'm right on the
It's
side
not
of you.
something that I want to see. I'm not
Listen,
paying for it.
yeah, I'm right on the side of you because I got to a point where, and then they get it twisted. Or if you're a boxing fan, you're watching. No, 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 no. That's not how
I
it
use this
works.
I use this fight as an example because still to this day I have not seen the fight, and that's the Bud Crawford versus David Avenesian.
No, I didn't either.
Still to
I
this
didn't either.
day, I haven't seen no highlights of the fight, and I haven't seen the actual fight.
Let me tell you
Still to
something.
this day, that fight happened like 4 years ago.
I
I
didn't watch
still
it. I
haven't
didn't
seen that
watch
fight.
that. I never even watched the Canelo and Bivol, and that's because I didn't really know how good Bivol was. But I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to admit it. Where I thought that, hey, this would just be another win for him, and I was wrong. But I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it until
I
after
give
when
you
somebody told me he lost. I said he
I
lost.
give you I give you two more fights. I give you two more fights. I've watched them since it happened, but I didn't watch them the day it happened. I didn't pay for it, and I didn't go to stream it, which was the Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz and the Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. I didn't watch neither one of those
Oh
fights the
yeah,
day that it happened.
I'd be lying if I say I didn't watch it. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
I
I
didn't watch
definitely
neither
watched
one of
the
those
Pitbull.
fights the day that it happened. I watched both of those fights after it happened. I went back and watched. I was like, oh shit, it was actually a good fight.
Yeah. There's certain fights where you know what I don't. I'm always the first to say it. I get so comfortable with not seeing stuff for whatever reason that I'll go listen. YouTube will put it on. I'll sit back and I'll watch that. I'm real, but if I don't want to watch it for whatever reason, you're not going to look at me like I got two heads and go, "Aren't you a
So
boxing fan?" I'm not a fan of everything. I'm not a fan of every fight they put on. I don't give a shit how y'all feel. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pick and choose what it is that I want to entertain. If I feel like it ain't worth entertaining, I don't care what y'all feel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Y'all don't love boxing the way we do. Y'all just love the names of the fighters, and that's it. Like y'all don't
yeah.
love it the way
And
we do.
with that being said, when it comes to the business, people got to understand. Yeah, it's fights that we want to see, but the business got to be right for the fight to happen. If the business not right, it don't matter how bad the fans want to see it. It
Yeah,
ain't going to happen because these promoters are not putting up their own money. They're getting money from the network. Whatever the
yeah,
network say we putting up for this fight is what the promoters are working with. That's the
yeah,
reason why they didn't make the fight for who was it? Who was it? It was somebody. It was somebody. I forgot what fight it was. They did the daggone Brian Norman Jr. and Jerome Buzinis. Brian Norman Jr.
yeah,
wanted two, quote unquote, he wanted $2 million. Well, we already knew that Jerron Ennis was getting three. Now, let's say that the network saying, well, we only giving you $4 million for this fight, or we only giving you $5 million for this fight. Well, if he
yeah,
wants two, Jerron is getting three. That's the $5 million right there. Now
yeah,
everything else that we pay for, the undercard, the venue, all that's coming out of our pocket.
yeah. That part. That part right there.
So
And like I said, some of these cats, I mean, if y'all don't understand the business, just say you don't understand it. Don't say I do understand it. No, you don't. You understand what you want to understand. You don't understand the business. It's just saying, hey, Free, explain it to me. Drew, explain it to me. Whoever, explain this to me.
see, I think what a lot of people they look at these promotional companies a little bit different the way I look at the promotional companies. The promotional company is a promoter. Their job
Yeah,
is to promote the fighter when they have a fight coming on. When they
yeah,
have a fight coming up, they supposed to promote the fight that's coming up. That's their
yeah,
job. They got a bunch of other fighters. They're not gonna sit here and promote a fighter every single day. Oh, we got Jerome Buzinis. Okay, we're gonna talk about Jerome Buzinis every single day. No, we got other fighters that we got fights coming up for. We gotta promote their fights so we can make money off their fights. They promote the fighters when they got a fight going on or when they got a fight that they're trying to make. They promote that fighter. But these promotional companies don't put on the fight. It's the network that these promotional companies are contracted with that puts on the fight. They get the
Yeah.
money from the network. The network say, okay, we're willing to pay this amount for this fight. We see that this fighter normally does this amount in his live gate. This fighter normally does this amount in his live gate. And you got a couple of other guys, and we take into consideration these other guys when they fight, how many fans they got coming to see them fight. So we think that this fight is going to do roughly 15, or we're going to say we think this fight is doing roughly $10 million. After
Yeah.
everything's said and done, the concession stands, the ticket sales, the mercs, the pay-per-view, we think this fight probably do somewhere around $10 million. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we're going to give you $10 million for this fight.
Yeah.
That's the budget that they have for the fight.
Yeah.
You got to pay all these fighters. You got to pay everybody that's going to be working. You got to pay for the venue. This is what your budget is.
Yeah.
I think people look at it and say, okay, the budget is only for the main event. They're going to get a separate amount for the undercard. No.
Well,
That
if you've
budget
been
is for
watching
the
boxing
entire
longer,
event.
but that's the problem when you don't understand business. And mind you, this is not even just boxing business. If y'all ain't never did business before, y'all not gonna understand this shit. I've done business before. No, you haven't. Not like that. Because if you did, you would understand that. Some of y'all be trying to act like, yo, I've done business before. I done read contracts. I done had people I had to pay. Man, please. Only thing y'all asses done pay was your taxes, if you did that. Because if you've done this before, then you know, hey, this is how it works. And there wouldn't be so many arguments and debates if y'all would understand that. Stop trying to act like y'all done did. No, man. And that's what kind of makes these conversations crazy, because then you tire yourself out having to explain that to these dudes that want to try to convince you they understand the business and they don't know shit. Steady just saying, Free, explain it to me, or I never looked at it like that, or you know what? Hey, I need to look into it. I never did business before, Free, so you know what? I don't know how it works. Go ahead and say that, but don't sit up here and put it on the front like you did this and you know how it works. The amount of money y'all be wanting some of these fighters to get is crazy. And if some of y'all will be promoters, the sport of boxing will be more fucked up than what it is today if some of y'all were promoters.
Now you have some promotional company where they get a budget from the network, like Matchroom. They get a budget from the network. So they have a certain amount that they're working with. They say, okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and pay a little bit more for this fight, even though we know we're not gonna make no money back, but we're gonna pay a little bit less for this other fight that we're gonna put on. We're gonna pay a little bit less because we're gonna pay a little bit more for this fight. So they are able to do things like that because they have an actual budget. But most promotional companies don't have a budget. They get a budget for a particular fight. They don't get a budget that they say, okay, we're giving you $100 million and you put on all the fights you want to put on this year, but this is what your budget is for the year. It's $100 million. No, most promotional companies don't get those type of budgets. They get a budget according to the fight.
Yeah. And like I said, rather if it's Madison Square Garden, rather if it's Jerry's World, MGM Grand, whatever you want to call it, no matter what venue on what side of the world, it costs to turn them lights on. Y'all not understanding. Oh, yeah, we know. No, you don't know. Only thing you know is that you got to pay. If some of y'all know that. What do y'all think they doing these events for free? How do you think?
Like I said,
why do you think people don't mind working in venues? They don't mind working at the concession stand. It ain't because that's the only jobs available. Some of these damn jobs pay real good. Even though some of them are seasonal, they pay real good. Real good. That's why people take them. Oh, if we hire you, it's only seasonal. I don't care.
No, I tell you right now, like every year, the Washington Commanders do a seasonal hire for concession workers, security officers, and things like that. And a lot of those jobs for the 8 months that they're going to be working, they're making like $20 to $25 an hour. Them dudes like, man, it's better than working at McDonald's. I'm making $20. I'm making $22 for 8 months. I can stack up my bread for 8 months, pay my bills that I gotta pay, and stack up the rest of this bread for 8 months. I'm straight until the next season comes around.
I would say probably for the last shit. I want to say probably for the last 8 to 9 years. I got a homegirl that works out there with the Mets. She been working with the Mets. She went from being a seasonal worker to actually being a worker. You know what I'm saying? And that's from her putting the time in. You know what I'm saying? For her putting the time in. Now she's a supervisor. And that's for putting time in. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what it might do. It could possibly change your financial. But I say all that to say is, why do y'all think they pick these venues to work at? Not just to brag and say I work with a Commanders play, I work with a Mets play, or with a Bulls play. I work at the Barclays, so I know I'm gonna get tickets for these Nets game and Liberty. Yeah, I mean all that is good, but they make money, even if it's just seasonal.
And that's another thing too. A lot of times they pick these locations for these fights, and we're like, damn, why they put the fight over there? It's because they look at the geographic and they say, okay, well, this fighter, he's this nationality. They got a lot of people over here that supports this fighter, and they got some guys that support this fighter. I think we'll do well over here because a lot of, like, when they did the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they're like, why are they putting that in New York? It wasn't so much for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. It was more so they was looking at the geographic. You got a lot of black people. You got a lot of Latinos. So we got Devin Haney was the only black person on there. Everybody else on that card was Latino.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was, that was crazy. Sure was, though. And motherfuckers came out. I tell you that, because when they did that first press conference and they let them fans in, I said, oh, man, this is going to go left in so many ways. But yeah, no, you're right. But people will never understand that, Free. They don't understand that. There's a lot of things I might not understand. There's a lot of things coming up that I want to do, and I go before jumping out there doing it. You got to understand what you're doing, because it's different when you're on the outside looking in. But once you in, you got to know how this shit goes. You can't act like you know how it goes. You got to understand business. That's why I don't mind talking to people in certain positions where I go, like, if I need to know something about security or contracts, I could call you. Hey, Free, how this work? You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got the answers, then, I can always direct myself to somebody else. But it's like, we can't be assuming, and that's the problem. And then when business don't go well for us, we're upset. We mad at the world. Yo, that's fucked up. No, well, yeah, I mean, there ain't nobody fault but you, because you shouldn't assume.
Yeah. That's why I look at when I hear people ask for a certain amount of money, I said they only asking for that because they know these promotional companies not paying them that. They know they're not gonna pay for that fight. They say they want the fight, but they really don't. That's like with Canelo and David Benavidez. Canelo knew damn well wasn't nobody gonna pay no $200 million for him to fight David Benavidez.
Man, when that man said that, I said, "Oh my God!"
Fight him? You want me to fight him? Pay me $150 to $200 million to fight him? They knew wasn't nobody gonna pay that. That's why he said it.
Give me 2 Ferraris. I want 2 Ferraris. Oh man! But these people are the same people that will tell you and me that they deserve to get this. They deserve to get that. These guys put their life on the line. Okay. And guess what? Nobody put a gun to their head and told them to put their life on the line. Everything that everybody does in this world for a living, nobody's put a strap to their head and told them that they had to do it. I work at a hospital. I'm there 16 to 18 hours, whenever. God damn it, I need more money. Hey, you know how this works. You know how this works already. You picked it. You picked it. I didn't choose to work in the hospital. It picked me. It don't matter.
If a person asks for this amount of money, is it a duck? Yes, it's a duck. He know they ain't gonna pay that. That's why he asked for that. Now, if he's asking for a reasonable number, then I'm like, nah, he's asking for a reasonable number.
Yeah.
If he's usually making somewhere around 1.5 and he's asking for 2 million or he asking for 2.5, it's a reasonable number. He usually making 1.5, and now this is a bigger fight, so he figured he could get at least another mil for this fight.
Nowadays, you don't even have to call anybody a duck. What they do and what they say, social media is crazy because it'll put it out there. You don't even have to waste your time calling somebody a duck or whatever because it shows. Rather if people agree with it or not.
Yeah, with Zordo asked for $12 million to fight Ja Obertai, that was a duck. He knew wasn't nobody gonna pay him no $12 million to fight Ja Obertai. Ja Obertai is not a big name.
Oh my God, the love of God.
Ja Obertai probably never did more than $1 million for a fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Ja Obertai probably never did more than $1 million for a fight. You asking for $12 million when your biggest purse you ever did was 3? You asking for 12?
Yeah.
That's a duck.
Crazy.
Oh, free, you can't say it's a duck. He can ask for whatever he wants. Yeah, he can, but he got to be reasonable. He can ask for whatever he want to ask for.
They kill me when they say that. He can ask for whatever he wants. He can ask for whatever he wants, but when it's time for him to fight whoever he's supposed to, then y'all say he ain't got to. Make up your mind.
The same way he can ask for whatever he want to ask for, I can call a duck for whatever I see a duck to be.
That's what kills me. He can ask for what he want to ask for, right? But when he's supposed to fight who he's supposed to fight, the question is, why should he fight him? What is he going to get out of that? Who has he beat? Where is he ranked? Nobody cares about him.
That's the thing that I hate when I hear people say, oh, who has he beat? Well, if he never has the opportunity to fight nobody, he ain't going to never beat anybody.
Jesus.
You got to give the man the opportunity to fight somebody first.
No, they can't relate to the word. They can't relate to that.
He ain't beat nobody.
They can't relate to that word opportunity. They can't relate to that.
What opportunity did he have to fight anybody? This is the first opportunity that he get to fight somebody.
Yeah.
So if he never gets the opportunity to fight somebody, he ain't going to beat anybody.
Nope. No. They don't understand that word opportunity. They really don't understand it. They just want things to go the way they want it to go in boxing, and it don't work like that. Like I said, if some of y'all was in charge of the sport would be, I'll tell you what, I'm going to admit this right now, and this is going to sound wild crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'd rather Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh and Jake Paul stay here than let some of y'all asses in. I'd rather them stay here than to let some of y'all in. Because to let some of y'all in, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll take Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White and Jake. I'll take them.
I will let all of them come in. You come in, you put on a fight. Let's see how long your business lasts. Y'all niggas will be broke. Y'all will be just like daggone BLK Prime. Y'all will be broke after one fight.
Oh my God, my loving God. Y'all be coming in the venue talking about, well, I can't pay it all. Do y'all take layaway? Can I pay some now and pay later?
That's a perfect example. BLK Prime paid, quote unquote, Bud Crawford $10 million for the David Avenesian fight. They never put on another big main fight since.
Oh, they put on Deontay
Wilder. They put on the Deontay Wilder fight. How good did that do?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I hate that I just said that, but it made more sense. I'll take Jake Paul and Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White over some of y'all. I'll take them over some of y'all because my loving God, I'm telling you, y'all will go.
Look what happened to Triller. Triller was putting on all these fights, giving these guys crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
And where they at now?
I'm saying D-Love. I know D-Love. It's a lot, but not layaway. But I'm telling you, some of these dudes will go to the venues like, can I just pay some now and then pay it later? Because, I ain't got it like that. I'm on child support. My job ain't really booming like that. But I really want to get this fight going. The ticket sales are probably, I want to start at $10 a pop. Like, what the fuck? What? What the hell?
People talk before they actually analyze and understand what's really going on. Like, you're not going to sit here and pay out all this money and don't get any return on your investment and think that you're going to still stay in business.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen that way.
That's the reason why
you have companies that come out and they put out these high prices for these clothes, and then a month later, you see all these the same clothes that they put out for $100 for a shirt and $150 for a pair of pants. A month later, they on 50% off.
Man, listen, that's the reason why.
50% off.
That's the reason why I came with my own.
They got to get some type of return in the merchandise.
That's why I came with my own merchandise. I said, hell no, nah, because when I see what you just said, and I be seeing that shit a lot, and they know what they doing when they say 50% off, because they know the store about to be jumping. Because us black folks, we love anything that says 10% off, 50%.
I worked in retail. I worked in retail when I used to work at Macy's. When they do 50% off, they still turning a profit. They was trying to double their profit when they was coming out with the original price. They was trying to double the profit. When they do 50% off, they still coming out with a profit.
Yeah.
It's just not the profit that they expect to get.
Yeah. But people don't like I said, and I'm learning more now, even at 43, how business works. And these guys will never understand that. Cass, what's up? These guys ain't gonna never understand it. I would never shit. If any of these dudes that claim they understand the business of boxing and they trying to convince you that they're a boxing fan, that's probably when I would stop watching professional boxing. I wouldn't stop dealing with boxing because I would go right straight. Well, I'm already in amateur boxing. I'll stop watching that shit.
If a person tell me they understand the business of boxing, I will ask them to explain it to me. Explain it to me. You know the business of boxing. Explain it to me.
Half of y'all are not.
We ain't got to go in all that. No, you said you understand. I need to know.
No, you're moving the goal. You're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost.
No, I didn't move the goalpost. You open up the door. You put the goalpost right in front of me. You open up the door. So when you say you understand, what do you understand? Explain it to me, so that way we can have a literal. I can literally know how I need to go with this conversation, because if you don't understand, I gotta now break it down for you so we can have an understanding of how things work, and then we can have a conversation. But if you understand, I need to know that you understand, so explain it to me so we can have an actual conversation. Because I understand one way, you might understand a different way. So I need to make sure that we have a common understanding so we can have a conversation.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that. That's why I be like, a lot of these dudes don't need to be in conversations, because they just want to be in a conversation just to say they fucking in one. That's why I'm glad y'all stay where y'all at. Because my thing is, for people who don't understand boxing, for some of the ladies that might come in, for some of the fellas that, like I always say, we're trying to get them to understand what's going on. Even sometime when I have y'all come up here, sometime I'm looking for answers, because me being a content creator, that don't mean I know every damn thing, but I know a little more than what the hell they claim to know. They trying to convince people that, I've been watching this long enough. You ain't been watching it long enough. Some of y'all just came in 2017 and started watching this shit.
I mean, like I said, if you understand business, it's not hard to understand the business of boxing if you understand business. If you don't understand business, then it's going to be difficult for you to understand the business
Their
of boxing.
business of understanding boxing is just breaking down contracts, and they think that's the only part of the business that they got to understand. It's deeper than that because y'all always want to talk about what fighters are getting at the gate and all this
Uh,
shit. Y'all don't even know how much it costs to turn the goddamn lights on, let alone all the all the
hey,
employees that work in the venue ain't got nothing to do with it. You're moving the goalposts. It does have something to do with it because everybody got to
I'm
get
gonna be,
paid.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people don't know how to break down a contract. Neither. They only listen to the important part. They only look for the
Yeah,
important part.
yeah. That's why a
The
lot of
same
people
the
got
same
screwed.
way the fighters need to hire a lawyer so they can understand all the legal terms is the same way some of the fans need to pay attention to somebody that actually knows contract to understand all the legal terms
I wish
because
they had a class like
one
that,
word
free.
in a contract one word in a contract can go from you getting paid to you having to pay the promoter. Just one word in the contract.
I wish they had classes where they teach that on contracts, especially for boxing. Oh my God! But they ain't gonna have that because there's a lot of shit they don't want you to know. That's why a lot of rappers in their life have been screwed. A lot of fighters have been screwed. You know what I'm saying? You might have that little bit of money to go get you a car, a nice house, or some jewelry, but after a while, the math ain't mathing. Now you trying to figure shit out. Now you thinking, I got to get back in the ring. I need about 5 fights this year. But them 5 fights don't mean a damn thing. The math still ain't mathing.
Yeah, I mean, like I give you a perfect example. Kid Austin signed
Yeah,
I think he signed a 5-year deal or a 3-year deal with
yeah,
Golden Boy. I think it was a 5-year deal.
yeah, Vay, they
I think it was
do.
5
Yeah,
years for $5 million.
yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, he getting $1 million a fight. No, the hell he's not. Yeah, he signed a 5-year deal for $5 million. He's getting $1 million a year, not $1 million a fight. $1 million a year. They can make that man fight 4 times in 1 year.
Man,
That means he's only getting 250,000 per fight.
shit. That man might as well be working for a damn tip agency.
They don't have to pay him more than $5 million. They said your minimum is $5 million for 5 years. That's all they have to pay him is
And,
$5 million.
let's get
They
something
can
straight.
pay
And
him more.
I don't want to bring this up, but let's get something straight too. Um, y'all stop putting that boy's name next to Tank, man. I want to see him in Tank. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I repeat. Stop it.
I
Stop
don't
it.
I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say.
Stop
It
it.
doesn't make me a difference because they gonna always put somebody with somebody. So it don't make me no difference. They
Like
can say whatever they want to say.
y'all just be wanting fighters to get their asses handed to them, but it's okay. Y'all boxing fans, that's what y'all supposed to want to see. Boxing, please.
Nah, but that,
Um,
like when it hit, like I said when he came out with that contract, oh he's getting $1 million per fight. Nah, he said they could give him $5 million for 5 years. That means he's getting $1 million per year. They can give him 4 fights. He's getting 250,000 per fight. That
yeah,
means he can't get no less than a 5 million for 5 years.
yeah,
He can make more, but he's getting no less than 5 million for 5 years. So he might only get $1 million per year. Might only get
yeah.
$1 million per year. I said y'all not and everybody always say, oh, free, you always gotta be literal. You always gotta be technical because you gotta listen to what they're saying.
That's
Is
because
you can't go
y'all
by
ain't listening.
what you can't go by what you believe they're saying. You gotta go to what they literally are saying. When like I deal with your words when in my line of work. what you put down on paper is what we take it for. So if you say I walked into the site at 1:00 p.m., that doesn't mean you got to the parking lot and you parked your car at 1 p.m. That means you was on the site at 1 p.m. So when I look at the camera, I expect to see you on the site at 1 p.m. Oh, well, I was parking my car and then I walked up. I walked in at 1:15. Well, you said you was there at 1 p.m. Well, I was in the parking lot. Well, that's not what you said. You said you was there. So how did you know what was going on if you was in the parking lot? That's why I say I take what you say by what you say. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to go off of what you tell me. And people are, oh, you always got to be technical because I can only go by what you're telling me. I don't read mine.
They be mad because you just be calling them out on the bullshit. It ain't about technical. I'm telling you what it is. You want me to sugarcoat it and make it your way, and I'm telling you the right fucking way. What you want me to do? Keep sugarcoating it? These dudes are weirdos.
She told me, son, that's a good thing, Free. I just don't like it when you do it to me. I mean, I don't read minds. I do this to everybody. I do it to my wife. I do it to everybody. I can only go by what you say. I don't read minds. So if you're telling me something, tell me exactly what you want me to know. If you asking me to do something, tell me exactly what you want me to do because I'm gonna do exactly what you tell me to do. Hey, can you go give me a loaf of bread? Okay, I'm gonna come back with a loaf of bread. Well, I wanted the honey wheat bread. Well, you didn't say that. You said come back with a loaf of bread. I came back with a loaf of bread. You didn't tell me what kind to get. You just said come back with a loaf of bread. I went, got a loaf of bread, brought it back.
He said, I wanted wheat bread. You never said what kind of bread. You said bread.
You're supposed to know I want honey wheat. Well, I don't know if you want it for you or you want it for the grandkids. I don't know who you want it for. You just said come back with a loaf of bread. I'm not supposed to know who you want it for.
You can't. I tell Tiff that shit all the time. I'll be like, you got to tell me exactly. You can't expect me to figure shit out. If you don't tell me what exactly, I'm going to bring back whatever. I ain't got time. I'm a person. I got no patience to try to sit around and figure out what you want.
What people fail to realize is I was in the military. I was in law enforcement. I worked in the security field. I follow instructions. Whatever the instructions are, I follow them. So if you say, go to the end of this block, make a right, my house will be on the left, in the blue house on the left. I'm going to go to the end of the block, make a right, and look and go to the first blue house on the left. Well, my house was the third blue house. That's not what you told me. You said my house, the blue house on the left. I saw the blue house as soon as I made a right. As soon as I made a right, the first house on my left was the blue house.
Oh, my
you didn't
loving
say the
God.
third house on the left.
My loving God, man. We as men are supposed to know what to do, bring back home from the store our wives. Yeah, man, listen. I know, but if you don't be more specific about it, I'm just gonna walk in the house with whatever. Know what I mean?
No, that's why I say I when you say something, I'm gonna go according to what you say. Oh, Free, you being technical. I didn't mean it like that. Well, I'm only going what you said.
I'm not being technical. I'm trying to. I'm going by what you. Yeah, I'm going by what you said. How am I being technical?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I did say that, but I meant this. Well, I'm only going by what you said. This is what you said.
You might have meant that, but you didn't. You might have meant that, but you might have meant that, but you didn't put it in that way. So I'm going by how you said it. You can't get mad at me for it. Y'all got to think about what y'all say before y'all say it.
That's why I say when people say stuff, when people write stuff down, you gotta be able to comprehend what it is. When you put it on paper and they say something, it ain't no. When it comes to contracts, they don't put something down and say, okay, he gonna know what we meant. No, they're gonna put down exactly what it is. So when it goes to a court of law because of failure to hold up your end of the contract, when it goes to a court of law, the judge gonna say, well, you put down if he fight for you for 5 years, he's gonna make a minimum of $5 million. Well, I didn't mean he would get a minimum of $5 million. What I say he could get up to $5 million. Well, you didn't say up to. You said 5 years, $5 million. So he's thinking he's gonna get $5 million if he worked with you for 5 years. You didn't say up to. You said $5 million, 5 years.
I mean, what are we doing? But hey, what do we know? What do we know, right? I know I'm through with some of these people. You just gotta let them think how they think. Free,
Free with the whole government on deck.
Yeah.
Like I said, when it comes to me, I go by exactly what you say, or I go by exactly what I see on paper. When it's in black and white, I read the entire statement. I can comprehend very well. I read the entire statement, and based off of what you said in this statement, this is what happened, or this is what's going to happen.
If you don't want to know what I'm gonna tell you, or if you don't like my response, then don't ask me. Because I hate when people want to ask you something, and then you don't give them the response they looking for. It's a fucking attitude. Well, you shouldn't have asked me. Don't ask me. The hell you gonna ask me for? Then to turn around and get upset with my response. Like you dudes are weirdos. Y'all weirdos.
I mean, I do it all the time. Like even in my line of work, where they come to me and they be like, "Hey, this is a write up, and I'm gonna give you the write up so you can print it up and put it in legal terms so we can give it to the officer." I'm like, okay. I said, well, you said this at this time, and then you said this at that time. How was they able to do both of these at the same time? Oh, well, you gotta send it back to me. Send it back to me correctly so I can put it on the paper correct, because this looked crazy. You got them doing this at this time, and then you got them doing this at this time. This happened after that.
Yeah.
So you saying this happened before that, then it wasn't their fault. Oh yeah, let me rewrite it. Yeah, send me another email so I can put it on there correctly, because right now it doesn't look like they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
So if you say that they did it wrong, I needed to be shown that they did it wrong, because right now it doesn't look like they did anything wrong.
Yeah, we're not gonna go around and fire people that don't need to be fired or suspended because of something you messed up. Now, if they did something, we need to prove what they did. We ain't gonna just be writing our reports to write it out. We can't do that now. There's one thing we don't need coming our way is lawsuits.
Once I send it out, these are legal documents. Once I send it out, it's a legal document. That person can take that to court and say they suspended me or they fired me because of this. Judge gonna read exactly what it says and be like, well, your policy don't say that.
Yeah.
Why did y'all suspend them if your policy don't say that? And then we're gonna be sitting there with our daggone hands between our legs, sitting there looking crazy.
And you don't need nothing like that, because let me tell you something. One thing about having a company, you got a lot of lame ass people who get these jobs, and then as soon as something go wrong, they looking to sue, and they don't even be in the right half of the time. They don't even be in the right, but they think that's the go-to. Man, you've been here 2 months. How the hell are you gonna talk about suing? Unless something really happens, you happen to walk by and the whole crate falls and busts you in your head, that's something different. But if you're in the wrong, you've been here 2 months, you can't sue nothing. Shut your ass up. Just take it as a loss.
There's two documents you have to be 100% literal with, and that's a incident report or a contract. You have to be as technical and as literal as you can possibly be, because if that ever goes to court, the judge is going to go according to what those documents say. And if those documents say anything other than what you're doing, you're gonna be held liable.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, y'all just gotta, y'all gotta understand how this shit works, man, when it comes to this boxing. But you know what? A lot of y'all are gonna have the mindset that you got. Some of y'all got your minds made up about, I know how this goes, and I don't need nobody explaining to me how it goes. I've been watching boxing long enough. You watching boxing long enough and knowing the business is two different damn things.
Yeah, you can watch boxing and be able to break down a fight, but that doesn't mean you know the business. You might can break down the fight as good as the best of them, but when it comes to the business, you about as dumb as a bag of rocks.
Yeah, but you see, that's all they doing now. As long as I know how to break down the fight, I know a fighter, I know what belt he got, I know where he's ranked. Like what? All right, all that is cool, but all that don't mean shit if you don't understand the business. So because you know all that, you know how to break down the fight. That makes you a commentator. That makes you a promoter. Because some of y'all would be horrible for boxing.
That just means you have a good guess of who's going to win the fight. Doesn't mean you're going to make any money off of it though.
No, but if some of y'all will promote us, I'm telling you, I'll take. It hurts me to say it. I'll take Jake. I'll take Turkey Al-Sheikh. I'll take Dana White over y'all. I want to take them.
I want to take Turkey. I take Jake and I take Dana White. I want to take Turkey. That nigga Turkey.
Well, I'm just talking about far as doing. I'm talking about far as doing business. I'll do it with him before I do it with any of these dudes. That's what I mean by that. The guy who went there and made his money came back with the bear jacket and the good do-rags is back, Free. So you made that good old uptown money, downtown money, Westchester money, upstate money, whatever money you want to call it. I'm just saying, Seafood, PGH, I see you. Prize, I see you. I'm gonna need to hold about 5 cents from you, Seafood. Just 5 cents. I gotta hold 5 cents from you. Just 5 cents. Just a nickel. Oh, I didn't even know. I'm bringing them back now. I didn't even know. Yeah, so
you're right, D-Free. Some of these mofos in power don't know shit about the sport they get in. It's just entertainment to them. And they can make money on all it is.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
But I can't knock them.
I can knock them.
Like I said,
shit, I knock them.
I wouldn't mind some of these people being matchmakers, but when it comes to actually making money, I'm not listening to none of them.
Matchmakers, they could barely tie their damn. They could barely tie. What you call it? Said in above the rim. Shit, they could hardly read.
No, I ain't say all of them. I ain't say all of them. I said some of them. I would let some of them be matchmakers, but when it comes to actually making money, it's probably like 1% out of all these people that's on YouTube that I would listen to as far as making money.
What my man Joe Clark said on Lean to me, he said we're gonna go to their homes. We're gonna talk to their folks. If they folks can't read, they can come in too. Shit.
The money that they talking about these fighters should be getting, and they don't generate that type of money. I'm like, dog, you talking about paying a man $10 million, and the most he ever generated was $1 million, but you want to pay him 10 and think you're gonna get your money back? You ain't getting your money back. You be lucky if you get a portion of that back.
Wait, not to cut you off, I want to go back for a second. This has something exactly to do with what we're talking about. But me and Seafood was speaking about that the other day about this is another reason why they don't understand business. Because now y'all worried about the fighters getting paid, but the coaches also have to get paid. And this is why it's such a nasty situation with coaches and fighters right now. Everybody got to get paid, because I was talking to Seafood about that, about how we have to establish that shit in the beginning. We can't do business by handshakes. Yeah, you've been my coach since the amateurs, so you know I'm going to look out for you. Man, hell no. That's not how that works. That's not how it works. That's why so many coaches and fighters going their separate ways. It ain't because I dislike you. Sometimes money plays a role in that shit, and that's something that should be addressed way before I even decide to even work with you.
And see,
Yeah.
that's some of the and I I don't mean to sound vicious or put down a coach and a fighter, but if a coach have a contract with a fighter and it says I'm gonna get paid off of whatever your purse is, I'm gonna get it. My percentage is gonna come off of whatever your purse is. You
Yeah,
can't then turn around and say, "Oh, well, you made this much off the pay-per-view, and so you should give me some of that." Well, that's not what the contract was. The contract was off the purse. Well, we never talked about you making pay-per-view money. So basically, what you tell me is you never thought I was going to be a pay-per-view fighter.
Right. But you know what? You know who I know who gets really paid off of that guy's purses? Robert Garcia. I know he gets paid. There's never a discrepancy with him and his
oh
guys.
my God, your man
No,
Garcia,
I mean
he be
to be
fighting.
honest with you,
Oh man, that
to
dude.
be honest with you, it should never be a argument of what he get paid because he got so many daggone fighters. He
Bruh,
always got
Yeah.
money coming in.
Yeah.
yo, let me
True.
tell you something. Robert got, I swear, I be feel like he be pulling fighters out his damn garage.
He
They
Yeah,
be
but
probably
coming out. They be coming
I
out of
can
nowhere,
honestly say he got more fighters that he trained than any other trainer in the sport of boxing.
bruh,
yeah.
bruh.
He's like the Spanish Emmanuel Stewart.
Yo, I swear, every time you see that dude, I don't give a damn if it's what promotional company it is. You always see this dude every time.
Dog,
Like last year, he had a. I mean, there was other years, but last year it wasn't one damn card I didn't see him on. I don't care if he was the main event or he was on the undercard. I said, God
dog.
damn, man, he would
Yeah,
have at
but he
least
is a
I'm gonna
two.
good
tell
He
fighter
would,
though.
I'm
he
gonna
would
tell you
I
have
mean,
like
at
this.
a
least
good
two.
trainer,
But you know
bro.
what I love about him? He would have at least two fighters on one card, if not more.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you like this. Robert Garcia, if there's a Spanish fighter fighting, or there's a card where they're promoting the Spanish fighters, you guarantee probably 98% that he's going to be a trainer of one of those fighters.
That's a fact.
It's almost like
That's a fact.
Silas. It's almost like
Yes, Araya.
Silas is almost guaranteed to be a trainer of a Dominican fighter or a Cuban fighter on somebody's card. I see
Yeah,
Silas on a lot of cards as well,
yeah.
but it ain't as many as Robert Garcia. But like I
Nah,
said, if you see
Yeah,
if
but you know
if
what?
you got 5 Spanish people fighting on this card, one of those people is going to be with Robert Garcia. One of
that's
them.
a fact.
Yeah,
That's a
but you know
fact.
what? Their culture is more supportive than ours. If you
Yeah,
really think about it, money issues are mainly with black people. It's not really any other, you know what I'm saying? And if they do have a discrepancy, it's nothing that they don't talk it out on camera. You feel what I'm saying? It's always a private measure. Like the biggest tragedy with me, to me, even though I think it's kind of his fault, was Errol Spence and Derek James. I think that was
oh
bad.
Lord.
But he
Yeah,
might have done it just to build up his name. You know what I'm saying? Like he might have taken
and
it and expecting to get hot like that. But I would never work for any fighter in the pro rankings unless I establish that first. Because it ain't
Yeah,
worth me
and see,
beefing with you.
and that was the thing. Like Derek James, it was based off a handshake, but his contract was based off of what Earl Spence's purse was. It wasn't pay-per-view numbers. It wasn't paper because when he became his trainer, he was his trainer in the amateurs. So he
yeah,
said, "Okay, I'm gonna get 10% of whatever your purse is, and I will train you." Earl Spence shook his hand and said, "Okay." So when Earl got 25 million from the Bud Crawford fight, that was his guarantee was 25 million. He gave Dirk James 2.5 million dollars, and then he said he gave him an extra half a million because he did get some extra money on the back end. So you got $3 million for a fight where you was only supposed to get 2.5.
Wow.
mm. Poor
So
little Tim.
that's why I was like, Everybody was like, "Oh, you think Earl was wrong for that? He didn't give him no, and he made all that money on the back end." No, he held him according to what their agreement was, and he gave him extra money. He gave him extra money. So he
Oh wow.
gave him according to what his agreement was. His agreement was 10% of my purse. I got 25 million, so I gave you 2.5. I made some money on the back end for the pay-per-view. I gave you another $500,000. I went beyond above what our obligations was. So that's why that lawsuit never went to court. They never made it to court because any lawyer would have said, "What was your verbal agreement?" "Well, I would get 10% of his purse." "Well, he gave you 2.5 and then he gave you some extra money. So he held up his end of the bargain."
I bet you he didn't make that mistake with the other fighters he's training now.
Nah.
You know,
I
I
mean,
know he corrected that.
right now, the only fighter he got is Alicia Bungana.
No, don't he still got the left-handed guy, the black
No,
he
no.
not work with him no more?
He don't have Frank. He don't have
Nah, he
AJ.
don't
He
got
don't have
Frank.
Ryan.
Wow.
He lost AJ. He lost Earl. He lost Frank. He lost Ryan, and he lost Jamel. He don't have none of them.
Oh, okay.
None of them.
I got that's messed up. He had a crew at one time.
Yeah, he had all of those guys.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
would have went in there and beat them all up if you ain't paying me off. All right, well, you out the camp, bro. I quit. I don't want to master them up, but we can spar though. I take it back. It's nothing.
You can't be about violence, Seafood. Knock it off.
Listen, that ain't violence. That's justice.
My God, Seafood want to whoop everybody's ass. Excuse me, y'all in the chat. For everybody who's nervous, don't worry. Seafood's a cool guy. Don't nobody get nervous, please. Don't hide your purses. He's a good guy.
I am a good guy, but I'm just saying. Yo, Free. Oh, Free butts out again?
You gonna make the people nervous in the chat. Jesus.
You're going to tell me, yo, you know what it is? People don't know what it is to train someone for a camp, bro. That's extreme babysitting. The stuff that you're responsible for and the things that you got to do with these guys, for them to short you money on fight day, it'll never happen.
Yeah, it's a don't get it twisted. It's a lot. And and I'm glad because I spoke to a lot of coaches. And that was the good thing about me doing what I was doing. That's why when I go to these gyms, I talk to a lot of these coaches. And I ain't gonna say you will be amazed because you've been around Seafood, but the stories that, oh shit. Hold on, I messed up. Okay. The stories that I have heard about how fighters have done trainers is stories I couldn't even put out to the public because them shits will be so disrespectful. I'm like, he did what? Everything was all good. Everything was all good till I brought money up to him. When I brought money up to him, he got brand new. I'm like, oh, that's crazy though. You help that man get to a championship and that's how that man act with you? Oh, that's crazy.
Yo, when DD said that he Derek J's working with Brian Norman now.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how true that is, but I gotta take his word for it.
Brian Norman Sr. ain't gonna stand for that. Him and Derek gonna scrap. He ain't gonna stand for that, damn it.
I got Derek on that one. I got Derek on that scrap.
He said I got Derek on that one. Yeah. You got Derek on that one?
I got Derek on that one, bro.
He said I got Derek on that one. He's like, nah, you forgot now. Derek is not just no trainer. People forgot he fought too.
Right. There's very few fighters who have trainers that could actually fight too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then there's some that There's some that just need to stay away from others.
I mean, look, a lot of guys can fight, and some can't fight. But as far as like Brian Norman Sr., you should be happy that your son is out there. Now if y'all don't have that type of relationship where he hits you up money, take care of you, then I understand what he's saying. But at the same time, there's no need to hate on that.
No. But everybody wants to be in the spotlight.
Listen, man. I just think what's crazy is when the dads get on the podcast of these so-called boxing podcasts, and they just OD on it. And come on, man.
Yeah. Some of them do too much. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of them are looking for a platform just so they can run their mouth. There's only a very few of them you can take serious. Like when y'all got Bernard up there, I love Bernard. I ain't gonna lie. Bernard Hackett, I love that dude, man, because he ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. He gonna tell you what it is. I love him, man. Jalil's father, man, he's a man. I love him when he's up there because he don't sugarcoat a damn thing. Nothing. He gonna say what's on his mind, and that's just it. Like he do not care. But yeah, there's some of them that, like when you hear Auntie up there talking, nobody like to hear Auntie talk. When Auntie talk, that pisses people off.
He should let his son speak. I mean, it's all about him. He should be promoting himself, not him. That's a guy you could tell has been in the closet for many years. Straight like that.
Yo, knock it off, Fifu.
For real. That's the guy that's probably been a sheltered kid all his life. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. I don't know, man. This boxing shit is weird. I don't know, it's weird, but it is what it is, man. Yo, y'all give me y'all picks for this week. Give me your picks for Saturday night.
I can't speak about the main event because I honestly don't know how that one's gonna go. Ideally, we would like to see, Shakur, because I don't like Tio, but Tio got a very, very good chance to do his thing against Shakur. But it depends on what Tio steps in. I mean, they both got good question marks on both sides of the fence. We got to find out if Shakur's hands hold up. We got to find out if his chin is good, if he gets hit by a solid punch with Tio. We got to know if he's gonna run or not. Vice versa too. Tio got mental issues. If he can get his hook off, if he's gonna be in top shape if he hurts Shakur, can he finish him?
I don't have one, D-Love. I really do that with the morning chop-ups. I don't really have one when I'm doing boxing. I'll be back with the word of the day. Just give me some time.
Keyshawn Davis. I really would like to see how he does against Jermaine Ortiz, because that's going to be a really good fight. And they both, I mean, one thing I like about Keyshawn is he really can box. He's not going to run. He don't fight like an amateur anymore. And I would really like to see how he does against Jermaine Ortiz, a skilled, fast southpaw who can punch. So, who did really good against Tio and Lomachenko. So, I really want to see that matchup too. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and please, let's, no matter how we feel towards Jermaine Ortiz, no matter how you feel about Keyshawn Davis, if he just happens to go in there and do what he do, don't sit there and ask the question of who the hell is Jermaine Ortiz. Who the hell is Jermaine Ortiz? He beat Jermaine Ortiz. I'm not impressed. I bet you he can't go to 47 and do that to Devin. Man, shut y'all asses up. Please.
That's what you said?
This is what people like to do. This is the games that people like to play. I bet you he can't do that to Devin at 47. I don't want to hear that shit. Just give a man their credit. Like, God damn. You can never do nothing in boxing that pleases people. Like, God damn. Shit. They won't give you credit for nothing. I'm telling you, if Boost was to run over Virgil Ortiz, they gonna come up with some type of. I bet you he can't do it to Fedor. Like, shut the fuck up and just give a man their credit. God damn.
Honduras
These
about to be
boxing
the
fans,
most
these
avoided.
boxing fans are these so-called boxing fans are annoying. They're annoying. And I blame D3 for it. Because D3 supposed to have more control of this shit. And he just lets it happen.
Yo, when is Antoine fighting again? That's what I want to see.
The 20 ain't that the 21st free?
He's fighting this weekend. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's fighting this weekend. Oh no.
No, he's fighting on the Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios card.
Yeah, the Mario Barrio card, that's right.
Don't ask me who his opponent is because I don't know shit about him. I don't know. I ain't never seen him.
That's just mandatory.
It's gonna be mandatory for Russell to whoop his ass. I tell you that.
Yeah, Russell. I like to see him fight, man.
I gotta go look that guy up, Thomas. I ain't that Japanese. He's at the Japanese brother. Yeah. I don't know.
What's our pick for these fights this weekend? Which card are you talking about? Because there's 3 cards going on.
Well, I don't know nothing about the other card. I haven't really looked at the lineup for that. So we just going with the Shakur and Lopez.
Who is Jarrell Miller fighting against?
Who?
Big Baby.
I want to know who he fighting.
Big Baby is fighting some dude by the name of Ivan. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah. Did they do testing on these guys or no?
Huh?
Are they doing testing on these guys? Because I know Big Baby got caught several times for illegal substances.
Well, he hasn't got caught for any illegal substance since he's been back.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
So he hasn't got caught since then. But for the Shakur and Tio fight, I got Shakur winning. I think the only way Tio wins that fight against Shakur is he has to press the action. But Tio is a bad come forward fighter. I think Shakur is going to sit back and allow the fight to come to him.
Right.
And with Tio having to press the action, I think he's going to get caught. It could look similar to what we saw with the Cambosis fight, the first half of the fight. Tio coming in there trying to knock Shakur out and get caught with a lot of shots because he was trying to knock Shakur out.
You think Shakur got power like that?
I think Shakur got more power than Cambosis. I think Shakur got decent power. It's just Shakur he doesn't go in for the kill. Shakur is not a fighter that's looking to stop his opponent like that. He say he's going to stop his opponent, but
Right.
he doesn't put his offense together to actually stop his opponent. There's a few times where he has his opponent hurt, but Shakur don't move in for the kill like that. So I think he got decent power. He doesn't put it on display the way you see like Tio or Tank or some of those guys put it together. I don't see him put it together like that.
All I ask is BBO, if you're listening, all I ask is that when it's I don't take I want you to listen to this, BBO. He's not here now, but he's gonna come back. Listen to this. Come Saturday night. Don't take the ass whipping personal. Don't take it personal. I don't want you crying like you did. I don't want you crying, BBO, like you did when you saw T.O. That was crazy for you. You had to be there to see that shit. That was crazy.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that a few times.
Man, listen, he tried to say he didn't. That man damn near knocked Meek Mill down and fucking Fabulous just to get the T.O. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Thomas, you saw it. That's why Thomas laughing. That's why he's laughing. Thomas saw that shit. And BBO, you can't miss him because that's a big ass dude. Oh, I got to meet my favorite Puerto Rican fighter. I said, he's not even Puerto Rican. What the hell are you talking about? Whatever.
Yeah, he's Honduran, right?
Yo, he kissed that man on his cheek.
That man is close. He's closer to Mexican than he is Puerto Rican.
He said BBO kissed that man on his cheek. He kissed that man on his cheek. Yo, kissing him on his cheek is crazy work.
I already knew that was going to happen. And I said that even when T.O. had said the little racist slurs or whatever, I could see that kind of crushed BBO. He tried to stand up for the quote unquote black, but he still was defending T.O. as much as he can possibly defend him. But I already knew he was going to switch back to being a T.O. fan. All T.O. had to say is, I apologize, or I didn't mean it the way it sounded. And I knew BBO was going to be right back on the T.O. train. I already knew it. That's why I didn't take what BBO said literally about T.O.
Yeah. I don't take nothing that dude say serious. What you call it? Because I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I don't worry about it. Saturday,
he was going to be back on the T.O. train.
I don't know, them other cards that's on for Saturday. I gotta look into those.
I think Xander Zayas is going to win his fight.
Oh, god damn it, Xander Zayas. That's right. Xander's on this week.
Yeah, Xander is fighting for unification. You got Boxron fighting earlier that day. So you got the Boxron fight coming on. You got the Xander Zayas fight. The only ones we're going to see the only problem is Xander Zayas fight card comes on the same time the T.O. and Shakur fight card come on. So I'm gonna have to have a split screen up so I can watch both of them.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. You just gave me something. Yeah, I gotta figure out how that's gonna go.
Because one is going to be on Tubi and one is going to be on the Zone.
Okay. I'll figure that one out. I
think, T.O. and their card gonna come on probably the prelim's gonna come on earlier, but their main card probably gonna come on like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Xander Zayas card is probably gonna come on around 9 or 8. So it's going to be going on roughly around the same time.
It's going to be a major week, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good this week, man. Seafood, I'm trying to figure out, because, with the show going on this week, the Ringmasters, I'm trying to think if I'm going to be at Sweatbox in Brooklyn Friday or Saturday. I might have to go Saturday because Saturday the card starts early.
I'm gonna be there for a Sweatbox worker. We got 2 guys fighting that day.
Oh well, thanks for letting me know now, Seafood. Thanks for telling me.
I just found out last night.
Oh,
I looked at the email last night. I just found out last night.
So y'all fighting Friday night?
Guess what we fighting? We fighting against Rockaway Ropes and another guy is I forgot what the other guy is.
All right, so I'll tell you what. So you fighting Kenyatta?
Yeah.
So I need you and Kenyatta before the fight now. I need y'all to curse each other out now, disrespect each other.
No, I'm gonna be there. I'm there as support because he's one of the guys that Eric trains in the gym. I just work with him. I work with him like once or twice.
Is that for Friday?
Whatever the The one is at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock show.
That's Saturday. Good.
Yeah, it's Saturday. I'm gonna watch.
Good.
That's
'Cause
what I'll be at there
I
supporting.
don't like traveling on Fridays, especially when a fight starts 6, 7 o'clock, because Fridays is too much going on. Saturdays, matter of fact, that show starts 1 o'clock. The weigh-in, I think, is at 11.
Yeah.
For what I saw.
No, the win is at. Yeah, I think you're right. I think 11 or
Yeah,
12.
because they starting that early because they know everybody going to the Garden. So I'm glad they got that out the way early because it'd be kind of difficult to be at a show and then you like, damn, there's a show at the Barclay, there's one at the Garden. So I'm kind of glad
I might pay for this this time to go in.
You might pay for who to go.
No, me myself, like, cause I think Eric and Joy gonna be in the corner. I'm gonna find out today, brother. What's up?
Oh well, now that I know
I gotta renew my book anyway.
Now that I know that, I'm gonna be in the building Saturday. I mean, I was going anyway, but now that you told me this, yeah, this gives me more of a reason to go now.
Yeah, we got 2 guys that's gonna be in for sure. We definitely be there to support.
No, I mean, free. These shows ain't the same without no belts on free. They be trying to act like they could do it without me. They can't, free. They need me. They need me, damn it.
No, listen. The one that we fighting from Rockaway, he's a good fighter. I'm not gonna front. That's gonna be a good match, bro. Yeah, he can fight.
Yo, you going to hell no, Thomas. I ain't going to the Garden. I told you I didn't get it, so I ain't going. If I'm gonna be a fan, I'm gonna be a fan from at home. Hell no. Nope.
No, I'm not going to the Garden either.
That's the rule that I live by. That's the rule I live by. Now, only way I would go to the Garden is if I had the ticket maybe for me and Tiffany, then that's something different because I love going places with her. But if you talking about me going dolo, nah, that's a dub. I'll stay home and be a fan. It looks weird when you part of media, but then your ass is sitting in the crowd and you watching your Conrads with their fucking credentials. Not me. Nope. I will keep my ass at home. It's not embarrassing, but to me, it just don't sit well with me. And I'm not mad about not getting credentials because the thing is, Thomas didn't get it. A lot of heavy hitters that got a bigger platform than me didn't get it. And I'm like, how the hell y'all didn't get it?
I got tickets, but I refused them because I want to watch it at the crib.
You refused them?
I didn't want to. Yeah, I refused it because I didn't want to be in this because in the Garden I'm going to be socializing the whole time. Like I really want to watch it at home because this fight I really want to pay attention.
It'd be hard to watch the fights anyway because when the ass whipping break out in the crowd, and if the fight that you watching is boring, everybody's attention going to turn to that ass whipping in the crowd because somebody always getting their ass whipped. Believe me, somebody going to get their ass whipped in the crowd Saturday night. When I told people that a fight would happen at the Matias fight, they go, no, it ain't going to happen. And then you look on the damn screen, they got Eric Kelly on the goddamn ground. I'm like, what the hell going on here? They didn't push my man EK down. I said, well, damn. The hell?
Yo, you know what fight, Free? You know what fight that's really interesting to me? Believe it or not?
I think Free's on the phone.
And Clarissa Shields.
Free's on the phone right now. That's why he on mute. I'm waiting for that. They just had a press conference where they was talking hella shit. They was talking hella shit. You know what's so crazy? Why is it that with the press conference they have in New York be trash, but then when they go back out of town, that shit be lit? I said, why did they do all this shit when they was here in New York? That shit was quiet when they was here. I was like, man, that shit crazy, man. But no, that's the month of February is sweet anyway because Nick Ball, Figueroa, we got that. Of course, I'm not a big fan of Ryan Garcia, but I'm happy to see him. I'm happy to see him and Mario Barrios. I will tune into that. That card is nice. And that's the day before Carissa. Now, the day after that, Sunday is Carissa Shields and French on the Sunday. So, those fights are back to back.
What was the fight that you said was the day before?
The day before is the Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia, and then the next day is Carissa and French on.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan's gonna win.
You know what? The only thing that man need to win is what he needs to win is a part in the new Baywatch. He needs to be the new Slater for Saved by the Bell. That's what he need to be.
Yeah,
I don't take
he
that dude.
told.
I
I
don't
mean,
take that dude.
I think this
I don't.
kid is.
I don't take that dude
Man,
serious. That dude, to me, at the press conference, he showed too much nervous energy. I said, "What the hell is he on, man? Like, calm down,
Ryan
Ryan. Just
Garcia.
calm down, Ryan. Calm down.
Yeah,
You too hype."
I think he's too extra.
Nah,
Uh,
he sat there and told T.O. he
Free,
was too
free.
extra.
I was just saying when you was on mute that I think the Clarissa Shields and Franchon Cruz fight is going to be interesting too.
I don't. I think it's
No,
going
Yeah,
to be.
you
I think
watch your mouth now, Free.
I think it's going to be a whole bunch of holding and a whole bunch of boxing. It's going to be one side, excuse me, trying to hold. The other side going to be boxing.
Did you just
Yo,
tell?
you got
Did you wait a
yo,
minute? Hold on. Did you just call these ladies hoes? Is that what you just said, sir?
he said
How
hold
dare
I,
it.
you?
I said a whole lot of holding. You called them hoes. I ain't calling that one of these ladies hoes. I said it's going to be a whole lot of holding. I don't know where you got the HOG from. 'Cause I put HOLDING. I don't know
You
what
watch
you
your
got.
you watch your mouth on
I
my show, sir. I
know
will suspend you from here.
But
there's going to be a lot of
no,
hair weaving exchanging. I
Now,
must
hey, listen. What you are not going to do is come up here
like,
and
who got the
disrespect
top
my black.
debate?
You will
there's a,
not disrespect my black queens. Now, both of y'all
there's a,
stop it before I put y'all
hey,
in timeout.
like the great Lawrence Martin Lawrence said, there's a horse barn born in the mud.
Stop it, free.
There's a bald horse in Central Park.
Hey, free.
Yeah, he
Yo,
said there's
free.
a
Free,
bald
stop.
horse walking around Central Park right now.
Free,
'Cause
stop it,
they
free.
got
Cut it out,
they
free.
got a
Yo,
no, they had a no when they was up there with the face off, they had enough weave up there that they can supply a whole beauty salon.
Listen, listen. If anybody that knows Carissa is watching this, I didn't say nothing wrong. Please take it out on free when you see him. I didn't say nothing wrong. Nothing.
Hey, I put it like
yo,
this.
listen.
I, you take it out on free if you want to. My name ain't Keith Thurman. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
God damn, free. Damn, free. This is how we starting off 2026. We starting it off this way, free. This what we doing?
Hey, I'm just
I
letting you
don't
know.
know, bro.
You bring the smoke my way. I'm gonna be the fire in your ass.
I think both of these ladies will have the appropriate hairdos. They'll be okay. It'll be a good scrap. Uh, and
It'd be
God bless
better
them both.
because because franchise a lot better now. You know, she's a little bit more
You know
seasoned
what?
now.
Even with her being much better now, I still see Carissa coming out victorious at the end. That's just me.
Hey, if that's what you believe, Thomas, I'm not 5'7". I'm not 5'7". Won't be it
Oh
won't be no
man.
it won't be no lady put no hands on me.
Yo,
Hey,
Clarissa Shields a big chick though. I ain't gonna front.
yo, when
I
she
seen her
came
in
into
person.
when
She's a
she
big
came
chick.
into listen, when she came into Gleason's, I said, well, God to the damn. There was one Russian fighter in there. He said, bro, her back bigger than mine.
Uh,
I believe in equal rights for women and men. You want to be
right,
equal? I'm gonna treat you equal.
right,
Equal
right.
rights.
I'm taking my invite back. You can't come to the barbecue free. We can't have you thinking you can step to Illis and thinking you can beat her. And Illis been bit your damn bike, your back off. We're not going to have that. We're not going to have that. No, sir.
Ellis ain't say nothing about putting her hands on me, dog. You said Carissa Shields.
We're not going. Facts. Carissa is thick. Yeah, she is. He says she built like a
But
Dutch
no,
woman.
no, but what I was saying about the fight though, I think we already seen them, and that was Carissa Shields' very first fight as a professional, and she beat Franchise Cruz pretty easily. Now you talking about years later, she's definitely more experienced as a pro fighter, and then you see Franchise Cruz as of late, she's been very lazy in the ring, I should say. She like holding, grabbing and holding and landing on her opponent. Now you asking her to put on more weight. You was already gassing out, at 68. You asking her to put on more weight, which means her gas tank going to drain even faster. I don't see Franchise Cruz having a chance in this fight at all. Is it? I'm about to say, is that me or did Clarence just get quiet? Yeah, Clarence put himself on mute. No, I don't see Franchise Cruz having a chance in this fight at all.
This is boxing.
Yeah, it is boxing, but when it comes to women boxing not like men boxing. You can if a
Yeah, true.
woman fighter, when you get a woman that's better than another woman in the same ring, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, the better fighter is going to win. You have that point 0.5 where the underdog fighter wins, but 9.5% of the time, the better fighter is going to win. Men boxing is a little bit different because you're dealing with power and things like that. So a person can get caught with a shot and be put down and end up changing the whole outlook of that fight. Women boxing is not so much like that. I wouldn't mind Franchise Cruz beating Carissa Shields. I wonder how humble Carissa Shields will be
Yeah.
if Franchise Cruz wins. I wonder how humble she will be.
I don't think
I think she's gonna step up her game.
I don't think she'll be interested in eating humble pie.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. How will her reaction be if she was to lose?
Um, yeah.
Because she's part. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Carissa Shields is like an 8-1 under. I mean, I think she's like an 8-1 favorite.
8-1. Damn.
What
That's what's
the?
up.
Woo, Lord.
8-1. I didn't expect that.
I mean, you got to think about it. Like I said, she beat her in her very first professional fight. Now you're talking about years later, where she's more experienced and she's a bigger fighter. So you're talking about a fighter that's on their way out and a fighter that's still in their prime. I mean, I don't see that as being outrageous. I can understand why they would have her an 8-1 favorite.
Yeah, well, that's all your fault, man. Do your job. Do your damn job, Free. It's going on. It's gonna be a good one though, man. It's gonna be a good one. My question is after this, right? What could possibly be next for her though? I mean, shit.
So Daisha Green, he
Now
said,
you watch your mouth, sir. We're not going through this.
boxing fighters have guaranteed contracts.
What
A
you reading?
question to show boxing fighters have. He said
Deja Green.
a question to be free. Show boxing fighters have guaranteed contracts. What you mean? Show boxing fighters have guaranteed contracts. I
Should
don't
should
understand that
should
question.
should boxers? I guess he's asking. Well, should boxers have guaranteed contracts? Maybe
Oh,
it's just
should
probably the way he
boxers have
boxes.
guaranteed contracts? Um, it depends. It depends. I would say for the most part, most boxers do have guaranteed contracts. Most boxers do. It's the big name fighters um, that sometimes don't have guaranteed contract because you got to look at the situation where fighters are asking for a certain amount of money. Now, if they asking for the amount of money that the promotion company don't have, promotion company say, okay, well, we want to give you this, and then you make the rest of it on the back end from the pay per view. So, I mean, with every fighter has a guaranteed contract. It's just a matter of is it all guaranteed or is it partially guaranteed? Because a fighter might say they want, let's say a fighter will say they want $15 million for a fight. The promotion company said, well, we'll give you 5 million guaranteed. You make the other 10 million on the back end. If your fans is going to support you, then you'll make the other 10 million on the back end. If they're not going to support you, then you're going to get the 5 million. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why we need you to get in to be a promoter, Seafood.
You gotta get yo. The thing about being a promoter is just is having the right product itself.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. Is having the right product itself because not everybody, is blessed to do it or they do it. You know what I mean? But teach his own.
yeah,
Teach
it's a
his own
lot.
off his own. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's a
I like
it's a
to do it.
it's a lot. A lot of work. A lot of work that
Mm.
some people rather not be bothered with. But then you got guys out here that try to break it down to you as if it's that easy. And it's like y'all guys don't understand. It's a lot of fucking work.
Sure. Definitely got.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
I think some of these promotion companies they understand that these fighters are not big ticket fighters, so they want to act like these fighters are, and so they say, okay, well, we're going to give you this for guarantee, and then you're going to make the rest on the back end, and then they say, okay, this is what the pay per view numbers was, so this is what your back end money is. So, but if you tell a fighter, I'm gonna give you $3 million guaranteed for every fight, and he's only generating 500,000 per fight, you losing money every single fight that he fights.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to lose money that when you lose it, now you're like, oh shit. For some people, they can get it back, and then you got those that go, oh shit. I just blew $50,000. I'm not gonna get this back anytime soon. I am screwed. I don't know about you. It's hard to
Mm-hmm.
come home and say I lost $50,000 and I can't replace that shit. I'll be out of a
You know
home.
what? I got some of here. I gotta send.
I don't want to do that.
Joint two. Oh, seafood fell off.
I think one of his fighters might have snatched him off. Come on, coach, get your ass in the gym. I'm glad he told me about this week because I'm gonna definitely pull up to that show this week, Saturday. So I probably won't be live Saturday. I'll record it because that recording takes that going live. It takes a lot. It kind of kills the YouTube. So that just probably be a live for me. What's up with my son, Big Dream? Big Dream. Yo, Thomas, what's up? You going to the fight Saturday, Thomas? I know you got you a ticket already, man. Thomas be having tickets under his pillow. My Vay's live, y'all. We're gonna get over there. All right, yeah, we're gonna get over there to where Vay at. I'm gonna shut this down. Like I said, I'll be back again. Um, so this won't be the last time. I'll be back again to continue this TFC Shakur. Friday will probably be the day where the weigh-in where we'll get the final predictions. So we'll keep on with it. But we're gonna come back to talk about Xander too. We're gonna touch we're gonna touch on Xander, particularly when we come back. Because I feel like something interesting is going to happen with him this year. I don't know what, but I feel something. I could be wrong, but we gonna speak about it when I come back. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Smash that like button. Let's get over to our sister Vay. D Free, as always, I appreciate you, my good brother. Tell Big Dream I said what's up. And once again, make sure to protect your peace, space, and surroundings. Love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.